Sometimes
Sway. What up? Come on, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications. I know it's been a minute. Shout out to Rudy in the building. Shout out to Kelvin Burke. Shout out to everybody representing the MGM gang in the building. Shout out to Alfonso. Alfonso, what's going on? I ain't seen you in a minute. Pimp. Shout out to Truck and Hove. Just became a member. Shout out to you. Shout out to Frank Sinatra in the building. What up? What up? Shout out to Jay Positive. What up? Shout out to Pippi. Shout out to all the moderators in the building. Shout out to 608 in the building. What's going on, Mark? This song, too suspect. I knew somebody, as soon as that part of the song came on, I forgot that we in a different time period. When he said that, I ain't gonna repeat what Biggie said, but I know that was the topic of discussion maybe like a year or two ago. But listen, I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself. Just understand that a lot of shit that is, that wouldn't get played today got play. It's just like comedy. If you look at comedy today, comedy is like comedians today can't get away with the shit comedians used to get away with back in the 70s, the 80s. Like Richard Pryor wouldn't be able to exist today. Eddie Murphy Raw, Eddie Murphy Delirious wouldn't exist today. He would be canceled. Martin Lawrence would be canceled. So yeah, he said what he said, but back then when in 96 when that came out, we didn't look at things the way we look at them now. So it is what it is. I don't think it's sus. You know what I'm saying? I think it's lyrical, but I'm coming from that time period. You dig what I'm saying? But I get why. Whatever. All right, I'm just gonna leave that alone. Shout out to Jay Young in the building. Shout out to Shark World in the building. Shout out to Slick Turbo in the building. All right, so today we doing some reaction. I didn't plan on streaming today, but this video came out and it's hot off the presses and everybody's talking about it. And CDL Shorty is someone I'm very, very, very familiar with. Very, very, very familiar with. And I could have put this off because this is, even with me not planning on doing the stream today, this is, even on the days when I do stream, this is very, very late. This is cutting into my Friday evening. It's definitely cutting into my workout. I'm going to get all that shit done, but this is something that I feel like if I don't do it now, I ain't going to do it and got to strike when the iron is hot. All right, so CDL Shorty, person who always has smoke. He always got some smoke. So now he's into it with Bonehead Truckers. Bonehead Truckers, I would say, is probably one of the larger creators in the space on YouTube. In YouTube, as it pertains to trucking. I know CDL Shorty. I don't. Me and CDL Shorty, we done had our back and forth, right? Y'all who've been around for a while, y'all witnessed it. And it really wasn't even a back and forth. CDL Shorty, I think he know he pick and choose his battles wisely. And, I think he know how to pick and choose. I think he know who to stay away from and who not to play with and who to play with. Some shit I think he, I got my viewpoints, right? Matter of fact, anybody that is follow CDL Shorty, why don't you DM him? He got me blocked. He got me blocked, but I'm pretty sure he'll have a conversation. I want to give him a platform and be able to come up here if he won't. He actually just messaged me. He commented. He'll comment under my shit every now and again. He commented maybe a month and a half ago. He always leaves like a positive comment, no smoke, congratulations on the 50K. Something like that. He said, subscribers, blah, 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 blah. But like every so many months, he'll leave me a comment. But he got me blocked. So if somebody that follow him, tell him, man, I would like for him to come over. Cause I'm going to give him a platform. He want a platform. I'm going to give him a platform to say what he want to say and just have a conversation with him. Because he's still out here, running these streets, bullying people from the looks of it. But I haven't watched the Bonehead Trucker reaction. I watched maybe like a few minutes of it. I said, let me start watching and react to it so I can have my authentic reaction. I have been seeing some of the shorts that have been popping up over the course of the past few days with CDL Shorty going after the Bonehead Trucker and some other guy named Zeke Dog. I don't know who Zeke Dog is, but some guy named Zeke Dog and Ike Stephens. I'm assuming that's Bonehead Truckers. So I've seen some of the shit that he's been going at him about. So what are we gonna do is I want to go at the CDL Shorty, watch his content first, right? Because he's I guess would say the antagonist in this situation, right? And then obviously Bonehead Trucker did a video today responding. So we're gonna react to both. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Anybody that follows CDL Shorty, man, make sure you go over to Instagram, DM him, tell him that Big Mark over here reacting. And if he come in the chat, I'm gonna drop the link from him, let him come up here and say what he want to say, what he got to say. So I'm gonna pull up the CDL Shorty. CDL Shorty got a few shorts, and then he got some videos that's pretty short. Let's start with the videos first. Let me pull that up on. Let's put him on. Let's put CDL Shorty on the video.
Black truck driver wearing flip.
Now, if you watched any of my reactions, you know it's going to be some jokes. So I hope these guys, don't get in their feelings. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's a reaction. You dig what I'm saying? So let me pull CDL Shorty up on the big screen. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications.
Flops. I just want to let y'all know that. Black truck driver wearing flip-flops. I just want to let y'all know that. How you doing, boss man? The Steelers. Good. How are you? Hey, I got a question for you right quick.
Now, CDL Shorty, why are you going to do the video? This is portrait mode, right? Is this portrait mode or is this landscape mode? I always get the two confused. This is portrait mode. Why you just didn't, when you uploaded it, why you just didn't flip it? All you had to do was flip it, man. You gotta, come on, bro. Like, you just can't be putting out anything, bro. Like, god damn.
How do you feel about Bonehead Trucker? You know Bonehead Trucker?
Yeah,
How do you feel about it? Does he help out the industry?
Yeah, I like those.
How does he help out the industry? Because I won't let you know, he say real truckers don't wear flip-flops.
Oh, I own a 34, so shit.
I'm just saying, though.
I'm driving, I don't wear slides when I drive.
I'm just saying, though, if he saw you right now, he would say real truckers don't wear flip-flops.
To be honest with you, man, I wouldn't give a fuck.
But does he help out the industry? Does he teach you your cost per mile and things?
He show a lot of insight on things.
Insight like what? Like what?
Like things what not to do. You understand what I'm saying? And how people can make simple mistakes.
But do you see anybody training anybody out here? Does he talk about you should get out and train people? Or does he encourage people to sit inside their truck?
No, I mean, like, he show you what not to do, but he don't, like me personally, I'm a trainer.
Yeah.
So if I see somebody doing something wrong, I'll get out and help.
Okay, right. Do you agree with people sneaking videos and sending them to them?
No, I don't agree with that.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. So
I'm
I'm just out here asking truckers how they feel about him and stuff like that.
You said, do you agree with him, people sneaking videos? So I guess a lot of his blooper shit that he do, because to me, Bonehead Trucker, I watch him from time to time of some blooper shit if somebody send it. I know he do a lot of the similar shit with CDL Shorty, talk about like politics and political stuff around trucking and shit. I don't really watch him for that, but like some of the bloopers, some of the stuff that I think kind of he built this platform on, I watch some of that shit from time to time, but I don't think you can control a person sitting in a truck at a truck stop sneaking and recording. Yeah, is it some sucker shit? Yeah, it's some sucker shit. But then it's 2026. People sneak and record all type of shit nowadays. You could have on I seen people pull out cameras and do some funny shit like they typing the whole time they recording somebody because maybe they got on a bogus outfit or some shit like that, or a crackhead, or a motherfucker that's leaning off the dog food and they just recording him because he out on the corner leaning or some shit like that. I just don't think you're going to be able to stop that, bro, in 2026.
At the same time, sometimes when a motherfucker that'll help you stay on point with doing things the way you should be doing it. When it's a chance of somebody recording you, not knowing who that person is recording you.
But is it right, though?
It's not right, but it should help you stay on top of your game.
Okay. I appreciate that, boss man. Yes, you be safe on that road, all right?
Thanks,
yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm good for down. I don't even get a car motor.
I feel you. I feel you. Hey, told y'all black men, y'all wear flip-flops. I keep telling y'all, Zeke Dog. Come on, baby. Stop tap dancing. Let's talk to another person. Oh, he got Crocs on.
Somebody tell me who Zeke Dog is in the chat. I want to look him up. What's his channel? Who is Zeke Dog?
Hey, big dog, can I ask you a question? How do you feel about Bonehead Trucker? You know who Bonehead Trucker is? How you feel about Bonehead Trucker? Does he help the industry? Huh? All right. Why do you say he don't help the industry? Because he laugh at the industry, but is he giving any training tips out here?
He ain't giving back.
He ain't giving back, is he?
No.
All right. Hey, I appreciate it. Be safe out there. Yeah. We out here. We out here, baby. We out here. We talking to the folks. I told y'all, Bonehead Trucker Ike Stephens ain't nothing but a racist and a POS.
All right, so why is he calling him a racist? I ain't been following this shit. That's why we got to get CDL Shorty on the line. Why is he calling him a racist? Do he have receipts that he's a racist? Do he have receipts? Why is he calling? Just because he's a white man, you can't call him a racist. You got to have receipts. You got to, see some racial epithets, some tropes. You dig what I'm saying? We got to have a reason to associate it. So why is he calling him that? Is there any proof? Is there any proof of why he's calling him a racist? We want CDL Shorty to come on. Hold on, let me see something. Let me put this link just in case CDL Shorty pop in here. And then I'm going to pin it. Why is he calling him a racist?
And if I wasn't on YouTube, I'd tell you what a POS is, but you already know. Let's see who else we can find out here. Because what they'll do is, this truck stop is packed, right? This truck, and that bobtail and that just was right here. All right? How disingenuous his content is, and the people that send in videos is, guess what? This whole lane was full. I just witnessed these two pull up. He went inside to use the restroom. But they'll make videos and say, oh, this trucker right here is hogging up the fuel lane. Disingenuous content. Show us the real. Hey, boss, I got a question for you.
So is that on, listen, I'm calling this shit fair. Is that on the bonehead guy or is that on the person who sent it? If the bonehead guy is not there to determine if it's disingenuous or not, and he's just posting it for entertainment purposes, then is it really disingenuous?
Safe on that road first. You know who Bonehead Trucker is? Does he help out the industry? Be honest. Does he help out or does he make fun of the industry?
He does both.
How does he help out?
He lets you know what's going on around you.
Okay.
Pay attention when you see certain things. Something about to happen.
Have you ever seen him tell people get out and help these rookies back up?
No.
Huh?
I've never seen that.
Would that help more versus somebody sitting in their truck sneaking a video and sending it to him?
Kind of. Because really, you being in the truck.
So here's the thing, bro. YouTube, you could look at it from an entertainment point. You could look at it from an educational point. He could do both. And I'm going to call it fair. Like, you can't jay down on him because he built a platform based off of bloopers. Don't nobody got to help nobody do shit. Like, you can't, and to CDL Shorty, if you ever watch this or if you watching it now, because I know you watch my channel, you can't get mad at somebody. Don't nobody got to help you. Don't nobody got to help nobody with shit. Don't nobody got to give you nothing. Don't nobody got to give you no information. Nobody has to help, bro. If he wants to build a channel just off bloopers, then that's his prerogative. You don't have to help, bro. Like, you can't go on this whole tirade and this crusade of, and this campaign on this guy. From what I'm seeing so far, it could be more to it. This is the beginning of the reaction. But when I'm seeing you asking people, does he do anything for the industry? He don't got to do it. Don't nobody got to do shit for nobody. You're calling him a racist. I don't know. I don't watch this shit. So I'm not going to that's your words. But even whether he is or he isn't, don't nobody got to do shit for nobody. If he's made his money in trucking and he's exited and he does blooper videos, then that's his prerogative. he ain't got to lend a helping hand to nobody. It would be philanthropic if he did, but he doesn't have to be philanthropic if he doesn't want to.
Exactly. Okay, you're supposed to already know, but come on, let's be real. Rookies have a hard time. I'm a trainer. So when these companies, when they let the rookies go, they still need a little bit of help, do they not?
Yeah, just a little, because me being out here for almost 30 years, if
Uh-huh.
I see a driver have some problems, I got time, yeah, I'm going to help you out. But you better pay attention.
But there's a lot of them that send videos in that sneak inside their cab. Do you think that's right, yes or no? Thank you.
I think that CDL Shorty, I think that's goofy. It's 2026. The bitch, listen. The bitch might be sneaking, recording you when you sleep, slobbering and shit. It's a lot of celebrities who get recorded after they done slept with the chick, and the chick is recording them and holding against them for ransom for money. Look at motherfuckers getting recorded for all type of shit nowadays. So if you are a rookie trucker and you're going through the same thing that most rookie truckers go through, backing up, and it's a goofy sitting in his truck and he's recording you instead of getting out and lending you a helping hand, that ain't gonna stop. Motherfuckers get recorded for all type of shit nowadays. That shit ain't gonna never stop. It's just gonna keep going on. It's gonna get worse. That shows you who that individual is. That's a goofy person who's sitting in a truck behind the curtain sneak. They're goofy. And there's plenty of goofies out here. And this is my, to CDL Shorty, because the whole thing with me and him was I was giving him advice. I'm telling him to stop going around the internet calling grown. Y'all that's been watching the channel. I told him, like, well, why are you calling all these grown men bitches? Boy, why don't these motherfuckers get up with your ass? And then what? So, me and him, had our little issue, but even back then I was saying, yo, CDL Shorty, you got to stop going on these campaigns tweaking. You can't stop a motherfucker from recording some shit that you don't even know what they doing in a truck behind a curtain. Shit ain't gonna stop, man. It ain't right. It's sucker shit, but like I wouldn't be out at a truck stop walking around asking people if that's right or not, bro. There's plenty of other things you could be doing in your day, productive. If you want to be the voice or, make some type of change in the trucking industry, I think there's more things that you could be doing that are way more productive than walking around at a truck stop asking people, is it right that people record? Because that shit ain't gonna never stop. Use your time more wisely and just use it more wisely, bro.
Be safe out there, brother. Come on. Let's talk about it. You got some people that like you, but you ain't helping the industry. You showing the bad. I ain't heard you talk about cost per mile, rate per mile, how to talk to brokers, or anything. He
don't have to. He doesn't listen. And see, this shit gonna take forever if I keep stopping. He don't have to do a goddamn thing. And I'm not here to defend him. When we get to his video, we gonna call this shit down the middle. But he ain't gotta do none of that. He could literally just do bloopers. If that's what he wanna do, that's what he wanna do. Listen, it's all show business at the end of the day. All this shit is just show business. It's more entertainment on YouTube, I think, than education. Most people come to YouTube for entertainment. So if he just want to do bleepers, he don't have to do a goddamn thing. Neither do you. What you doing right now, you don't have to do it. The help or the assistance and the education that you provide, you don't have to do it. Imagine if someone came and jayed down on you saying, hey, CDL Shorty, you a wealth of knowledge in a certain aspect of trucking, but I'm going to create a campaign going against you because you're not out here passing it along. You're going to look at them and be like, man, I don't got to do a motherfucking thing, because you don't. So I just don't understand. I don't understand it.
Get contracts. I ain't heard you talk about none of that. But you want to talk bad about the industry, not encouraging nobody to get out and help. Go. What's the definition of go? Get out and look. Get out and help. not encouraging that.
Now I do get I do understand where his ambition comes from as far as you know, get out and look and things like that, because he's a CDL trainer. So this is where his passion is. It's clear if you've been watching CDL Shorty over the course of the past, I don't know how many years, he has a passion for, you know, educating, you know, because he's a CDL instructor. So that's where his passion lies. But you can't force your passion onto other people. That's your passion, right? It's not his passion. It may not be his passion. I don't know if the other Bonehead Trucker educates people or not. Like, I know the channel from bloopers. If listen, look at it like this. The guy got like 200-some thousand subscribers, right? His videos, those blooper reels do numbers. If he could build a channel, a business, off of trucking blooper reels, and it generates income, probably 5 figures a month, maybe, I don't see nothing wrong with that. You getting submissions, shit that he don't even have to go out and film. People are submitting him shit, whether they're doing it justly or not. He's uploading it, taking a little time to put a description, a title, and he's figured out a way to monetize that on some blooper shit. I don't see what's wrong with it. If that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. He don't have to teach nobody shit.
See, look, he's struggling backing up right.
It's plenty retired or it's plenty exited people from this industry that haven't looked back.
Right now, I'm gonna get out and go help him. Oh, look, we got somebody helping him. We got somebody back there helping him. Hey, keep up the good work. Yeah, there's somebody out there. And look, we got one sitting in the cab just watching, waiting for him to mess up. Waiting for him to mess up so they can all go and, you know, bow down for Bonehead Trucker and send in their videos. When you get out and help, it prevents.
Sometimes I got to remember CDL Shorty. I think, like, when I first came across his content in the first few conversations, just by looking at him, I'm not saying he looks older, but the gray, you know, I always thought he was in his 40s, but 2 years ago he was 33. So CDL Shorty got to be about 35. So I'll be having to remind myself that he's younger than me, because sometimes I'm just like, man, why is he so? You dig what I'm saying? But I have to keep reminding myself that he's not as old as I think he is.
Stuff like this. It prevents things like that when you actually get out and help. I told you, Ike Stephens ain't nothing. He's a racist. He's a coward. I said that in front of his face. He's too scared to face or get on a phone call with Truck Parking Club, but he wants me to get on a phone.
He said in front of, he called him a racist in front of his face. Then he called him, well, they both Middle Americans. Well, I don't know where the Bonehead got from. I don't know where the Bonehead got from, but CDL Shorty a Middle American. Where did he run into Buddy ass at?
Ain't nothing. He's a racist. He's a coward. I said that in front of his face. He's too scared to face or get on a phone call with Truck Parking Club, but he wants me to get on a phone call with him. That's the problem with white men. They always want you to bow down to them. I don't bow down. My name not Zeke Dog. I don't bow down. Zeke Dog a pup. He a baby in this industry. He just wants to fit in. That's all he want to do. But he's trying to fit in with the wrong crowd. He's just a pup in this industry. What's he going on, 3 years now? It prevents, like I told you, black truckers, y'all be wearing flip-flops out here. It prevents things like that. Y'all be having accidents. When you actually get out. Why Ike ain't talked about the public's U-turn? Why he ain't talk about that? But all of a sudden, guess what? Because a foreign driver had a crash, all of a sudden he want to jump on that bandwagon. If we're going to talk about public safety, let's be real. Let's talk about public safety, partner. Come on with it. Let's talk about underride crashes. Come on with it. Come on with it, big dog. Come on. Come on with it. Hey, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Always remember that Ike Stephens is a coward. He's a coward. He's a coward. And he's a coward. Ike. If it bleed, let it lead. Yeah, I know you keep saying that. Y'all look up that term in journalism. Ike does this for profit. He does it for profit. He don't care about you or this industry. He does it for profit. You don't believe me? Go look up and find some of his old conference calls and things like that, if you can even find them, where he kept saying, if it bleed, let it lead. People.
Okay, so if he's doing whatever he's doing in the industry for profit, that's his prerogative. Like, I just don't understand, like, why people want their passion to be other people's passion, bro. Like, he don't have to be philanthropic, bro. If his content is for profit, right? If whatever he does for the industry is for profit, then that's his prerogative. If he has exited trucking from an owner-operator, an active participant where he, is in the truck, or he has trucks out on the road and he's taking a more corporate or white collar approach, maybe a behind the scenes approach, and has, I don't know, built maybe a media company or maybe a consulting company. He consults, companies as it pertains to logistics. It's his business. He doesn't have to. Why CDL Shorty? I swear, please, somebody DM CDL Shorty because he got me blocked. I'm curious to know, and I just want to, I don't got no smoke for you, CDL Shorty. I'm just curious. I'm going to let you, I want you to say what you want to say. I'm going to give you the platform to say what you want to say. But I'm just curious to know, why is it important for him or anybody to give back? Because I hear you always saying, why you don't talk about this? Why you don't talk about that? Why you don't talk about this? Why you don't talk about that? And you say that in regards to a lot of different people who you have conflicts with. But like, nobody has to talk about what you want them to talk about. Like, in content creation, there's people that focus on certain things. There's other people that focus on other things. Like, no one person has to cover everything. You could literally just be entertaining. You could literally just be educational. You literally could just build a channel on how to understand your cost. You could build a channel on the politics of logistics. It's like you can't force your beliefs and force your ambitions onto other people. You just can't. You can't do that, bro. You tweaking.
We're trying to get him to change.
And I ain't trying to be funny. I ain't crying. Like, when I'm being funny and shit. Notice that I've taken a very serious approach so far in this reaction, because I'm looking at this shit and I'm being honest with you. And I know CDL Shorty, he gonna disagree, because I've tried to talk to him before. It's just not, it's not a good look. I think you could be redirecting this energy to something much more meaningful in this industry, bro. I think there's some shit that, like, nigga, you can't control this. Like, nigga, focus on some shit that you can have some control over and make a change, bro. You can't, this shit that you arguing and fighting over, this shit little shit, bro.
Talk more about safety. Talk more about training. He kept telling them, if it bleed, let it lead. He's a coward. CDL Shorty, 5 foot nothing. If you see me, swing on me.
And then CDL Shorty, god damn, bro. This is the same shit I was telling them a few years ago. Why you always play the tough role, bro? Listen, me and CDL Shorty, we done had words back and forth for the past couple of years. And I've told him, y'all, I've seen it in these live streams, I've told him, why do you want to get beat the fuck up, bro? Why do you always end your shit with, man, if you see me swing? Like, who invites somebody to fucking swing on them? This is some middle American shit, man, goddammit. This is some middle American shit. Who invites somebody to fucking swing on them? If you see me, swing on me? Now, to a middle American, I'm just keeping it a buck. He a middle American, but that's some middle American shit. Because that shit that's not tough. That's not some, he's saying it like it's some tough shit. Now, if you see me, swing on me. Nigga, that's goofy. Ain't nobody swinging. Like, nobody says that shit. You gotta, if you gonna try to be tough, nigga, come on, bro. Like, man, do something about it. You got an issue with it, do something about it. You should have said some fly shit like that. Don't say no swing on me. That shit ain't cool. Who invites somebody to swing on them, bro? If you see me, swing on me. And then they swing on you, then what? You're not even the aggressor in the situation. You inviting somebody else to be the goddamn aggressor in the situation. How the fuck you gonna call a man a racist and a coward and then take the victim approach? Nigga, you supposed to stay the aggressor. Nigga, I said it, now what? Say some shit like that. You ain't gonna do nothing, I say something. I dare you respond. Do some shit like that. Nigga, don't say if you see me, swing on me. Come on, CDL Shorty, stop with that shit, boy, because I'm telling you, you a middle American, I'm telling you, boy, you gonna get your issue one of these days. I told you this shit 2-3 years ago. You got a goddamn defibrillator, goddamn it. You had open heart surgery. I'm playing a older person giving you advice. I was giving you advice years ago, nigga. You didn't take the shit. You took the shit. Cause see, niggas, this shit is funny to people. You got people in the comment section, they laughing and all this goofy ass shit. But I tell you, you gonna run across a motherfucker, you gonna invite that type of energy and they gonna do something about it. And you gotta understand you not healthy, bro. You got you got some type of ailment, nigga, with your heart. You had open heart surgery, nigga. It's a blessing that you still here. And you inviting people to cause bodily harm. What if somebody, nigga, kill your chest in? What if somebody hit you right in your chest? And then what? Why would you invite that type of energy? Knowing you had open heart surgery, you are an advocate for that shit. So as a person who had open heart surgery, who was a survivor, why do you invite people to do that shit? And I'm not trying to be funny, CDL Shorty. I'm not. I'm serious now. This is serious, Mark. That shit ain't cool. It's nothing tough. When I see you do this, I don't know if, because I know you a middle American, so I know you don't really know what, and I could tell you really didn't come up like that. Ain't nothing cool about that. Especially coming from you. You have a goddamn pacemaker in your chest. And you invite motherfuckers to hit you. Why? Why? I'm being a responsible reactor right now. This ain't no jokes. I'm being responsible. Because I don't want nothing to happen to you. You dig what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to happen to nobody. I don't want a motherfucker to be like, yo, CDL Shorty finally motherfucker finally got up with CDL Shorty. He called the wrong motherfucker a bitch, and they called him at one of these trucking shows, and they went upside his head, and that nigga couldn't breathe no more. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't gonna want to hear that, boy. Stop inviting motherfuckers to hit you, bro. Straight up. That shit goofy, boy. It's lame. Stop doing that goofy shit, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest, I ain't trying to be funny. I just know that's not you. You not that type of person, bro. Stop that shit, man.
If you sending him videos and you're not helping out in this industry and you're not training and you sneaking videos in your truck, you are a coward. Ma'am, yeah, female truck drivers that want to say, hey, Ike, I got another video for you. Yeah, you're a coward. And if you're in there with your husband, he a coward too. Your boyfriend, he a coward.
Why you be so angry about this shit, bro? Why does this shit be so angry, bro? Why is he?
What's going on, everybody? This is CDL Shorty. This is part 2 of how real truckers feel about Bonehead Trucker. Is he really out here helping the industry? Is he teaching? Is he giving any teaching tips? Well, guess what? We're gonna ask some truckers. And I keep telling y'all, don't be a tap dancing Negro like Zeke Dog. Black truckers wear flip-flops. Just want to let you know that if you ain't know that. Black trucker wear flip-flops. But let's say, hey, boss, I got a question for you. You know who Bonehead Trucker is? You don't know who Bonehead Trucker is? On YouTube.
I'm saying, am I lying? The man got a whole ailment. The man is a sickly motherfucker. Listen, no joke. The man had open heart surgery just a few years ago. But you on the internet calling grown men bitches and you are inviting them to swing on you. I ain't never heard nobody say, hey man, if you see me, swing on me. I never heard no shit like that. I ain't never heard no goofy shit like that, bro. Now, granted, I'm from the crib. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know. But listen, if I had a goddamn defibrillator in my chest, the last thing I would want to be doing out here in these streets is starting beefs with motherfuckers and telling them, when you see me, after telling y'all motherfuckers that I had open heart surgery and I got a goddamn pacemaker in my chest, the last thing I would do is invite you, knowing, after I done told y'all, is to hit me. This shit don't even make no sense.
Okay, he make fun of the industry and stuff like that. He won't help.
Bro,
Do you agree with that?
Like this tough shit on the internet, bro. Y'all know, you can tell who's really like that and who's not, bro. Come on, bro. This shit is crazy.
Do you guys know who Bonehead Trucker is? You know who Bonehead Trucker is?
Yeah.
On YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
Does he help the industry? Have you ever heard him like give anybody tips, like telling people to get out, help other truckers back up?
Yeah.
Has he said that? You've heard him say that?
Yeah.
Or have you heard him encourage people to take videos and send them into him?
No, really.
When's the last time you heard Bonehead Trucker tell somebody get out and help this trucker?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while, hasn't it? All right, that's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. That's all. Hey, y'all be safe out there, all right? All right, yeah, see? You got some people on your side, but you don't talk about it as much as you should, if ever. You heard it out the other guy's mouth. It's been a while. What's up, boss man? How you doing? See, black truckers wear flip-flops. Hey, I got a question for you, right quick, just real quick question. You know who Bonehead Trucker is? Bonehead Trucker? No? Okay. He makes fun of the industry, right? He encourages people to sit inside their truck and secretly take videos of people backing up and messing up and hitting other people's trucks. Do you think that's helpful? Do you think that's helpful in the industry? No? All right, thank you, man. I keep telling you guys.
CDL Shorty, bro, you gotta stop, bro. I'm gonna give him some credit in a minute, though. I'm gonna give him some credit on some shit in a minute, but you gotta stop doing this, bro. You cannot force a person to talk about what you want them to talk about, bro. You cannot do that, bro. This shit is goofy, bro. I would never drive out to a truck stop and tell people what another person should talk about. You can't go around inviting people to hit you. That ever since that part when he said, if you see me, swing on me. See, this is the part where I've yet to see somebody tell him to stop doing that. I'm the only person who's done it publicly. I don't know what happens behind the scenes. But I guarantee you, if you keep inviting that type of negative energy, you're going to run into somebody, he's going to do it, but none of the people that are in the comment section, none of the people that you collaborate with on XM Radio and Freight Waves and all these other shows that you do, they're not going to contribute to you, bro. You're going to come across the wrong person, bro, on the wrong day, and that energy that you inviting, they're going to give it to you, and you're not healthy, bro. You're not healthy, bro. You'll have people behind you and they'll champion saying what you're doing, but I'm looking at the shit that could affect you and affect your life. You got to find a different approach. You got to find a different approach, bro. Stop inviting people to hit you. Stop inviting negative energy your way, bro. Stop calling men bitches. Stop telling people to hit you, bro. I hit the button by mistake. I didn't mean that. I don't want shit to happen to you, CDL Shorty. Stop inviting that shit. The moment you had open heart surgery, bro, you can't play with shit like that, bro. You just can't.
I keep telling y'all, man, this Bonehead Trucker Ike, boy, you a fool. You a fool, boy, I tell you that. You ain't talking about no female truck driver safety. You ain't talking about no cost per mile, no rate per mile, how to differentiate the two. You ain't talking about none of that. You don't really care about public safety, truck driver safety. You don't really care. You ain't out here teaching. You ain't out here in these FMCSA DOT meetings. Last conference call that you was on about truck driver safety, I heard through the grapevine that you just kept saying, if it bleed, let it lead. That's what I heard. If it bleed, let it lead. Profitable. You just out here for profit. That's all you are, out here for profit. You ain't out here teaching. You ain't out here really giving back. You a coward. And I told you that in front of your face. I can't help it if you didn't hear it or didn't want to hear it. I can't help that.
Wait.
I can't help that.
He called it, if CDL Shorty called him a coward in front of his face and Buddy ass didn't do nothing, then, and that's what I'm saying, CDL Shorty know who to do that shit with and who not to. One thing I can say about CDL Shorty, I'm gonna give him his flowers now. He move around. He be at these truck conferences. He done called plenty motherfucker a bitch. If you've been in the space for the past couple years, he done called plenty grown men bitches. And one thing I can say about him, he move around. If he saw him and Buddy ass didn't do nothing, then that's all, I'm gonna give him his credit. But I don't think it's warranted. I think you can disagree with people, right, in a professional manner. And it could get heated, but it don't have to lead to some type of physical shit. CDL Shorty invites physical shit. You watch his content, like in this one, he says, swing on me. If you see me, swing on me. If you see that's his thing. So I'm not, he definitely not scared. He moving around, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta give him that.
Telling you guys, all you black truckers are sending videos to him and talking about black truckers, or talking about real truckers don't wear flip-flops. First of all y'all babies. Y'all just got into the industry in 2020 and 2021. So y'all don't even know where that term came from. He's a bigot. It's point blank period. Point blank period. It came from these foreigners. White men always want to get mad when they feel like somebody's taking over their industry or taking over their job or whatnot.
This industry been taken over. This ain't no good old boy industry no more. This shit been taken over. The good old boys that ran this industry 30, 40 years ago, they kids don't want to do this shit. They kids is fucking in the tech. Shit like that. Influencers. Consultants. Shit like that. This industry ain't no different than any other industry that was predominantly Caucasian. Look at the construction industry. If you're old enough, think about construction about 30 years ago. Driving on the expressway, seeing construction crews on the expressway or locally, especially if you're in a big city. They were mostly white guys, kind of look like bikers. They had a look to them. Now it's predominantly Hispanic. Most construction crews you see now is predominantly Hispanic. So the industry has just evolved. Why? Because same thing with the construction industry. A lot of those construction guys that from 30, 40 years ago that I remember when I was a kid, their children didn't want to be in construction. Labor, something like construction and, driving over the road, like these new generations, they don't want to do that type of work. So this is not a good old boy industry anymore. The industry has changed. Just like everything changes.
But he ain't talking about nothing, how to bridge the gap with brokers or anything of that nature. How you doing, boss man? He ain't talking about none of that. None of that.
Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button.
So I ask again, is he helping or hurting the industry? I don't see any more trucks right here. So, oh yeah, and I want to talk about disingenuous content that his cowardly subscribers have. You see these two trucks right here? This truck stop was full, just like it was in my other video. Sorry about the camera angle too, guys. But just like it was in my other video, they hung their pumps up. They went inside to go pay and get their receipt and whatnot. Nobody's behind them, but guess what? Another truck will come in and they record right here. Won't show us the before, but then record and say, oh, look at these trucks taking up the fuel island, Ike. Disingenuous content. So yeah, I'm calling you out. You're not in these boardrooms with me.
Calling him out because he's not in the boardrooms with you. Okie dokie. All right, let's see what the bonehead guy got to say. Let's see his response. Hold on, no, because I want to make sure we got to give CDL Shorty all his just due that led up to this shit. So, all right, hold on. Let's do this one.
All of Bonehead Truckers subscribers that take the cowardly way out and all of Bonehead Truckers subscribers that take the cowardly way out and send videos because they're too coward to get out. See, this is Derek Bars, Sean Duffy, Ike from Bonehead Trucker. This is what he promotes. I just want to let you guys know that he promotes truck drivers sitting in their truck, sneakingly recording videos of them hitting other people's stuff. No training required. He doesn't give any training tips or anything like that. But he's okay with this. And he'll let them send the video in too. He'll let them send the video in and he will laugh and make fun of it. So Derek.
It's called bloopers, bro. And I'm not defending him. I don't know Bonehead. I don't care. It's called a blooper. It's called a blooper, bro. Listen. Like, y'all gotta stop taking this shit so serious, bro. YouTube is fucking, for the most part, entertainment. This shit is show business, bro. It's what it is, bro. For real. I don't understand.
Bars, Sean Duffy, this is the type of guy that you have in the industry that doesn't promote any type of training.
He doesn't have to, bro.
He promotes the bad side of trucking. He promotes laughing at rookies. So when we talk about a brotherhood, he is not part of our brotherhood. Ask yourselves.
I don't know if he laughs at rookies. I don't know.
What has he done for trucking? What type of education has he put on for trucking or given back to the trucking industry? He laughs at people.
Once again, nobody has to do anything for anybody. Nobody has to educate. Nobody has to entertain. He doesn't have to give back. You keep saying give back, so I don't know, has he exited? But he does. If he's exited, he does not have to be philanthropic, bro. He could be stingy. He could be selfish. He does not have to give back, bro.
He makes a mockery. His subscribers are cowards. They won't even get out and help. But y'all want to talk about CDL mills.
Bro, nobody has to help nobody do a goddamn thing, bro. It's homeless people that just literally, there's homeless people outside right now that's standing on a corner with a cup. And it might be 100 cars drive past them before one car gives them $1, bro. Nobody has to do shit for nobody, bro. You cannot, no matter, like every video, CDL Shorty, nobody has to do shit, bro. I don't understand why you are exhausting so much energy because someone doesn't want to help. He's not the only person that has probably come into this industry and exited, has not turned back and been philanthropic, bro. How do you know? I don't know.
CDL training. If Ike Stephens from Bonehead Truckers really cared about CDL training, he would be in these boardrooms and these DOT meetings with me talking about truck.
No, he does. A person can care about something and just because a person doesn't go to a board meeting and go to these meetings that I be seeing CDL Shorty with House of Representatives, wherever he be, bro. These council meetings and shit like that, bro. He don't have to do that shit, bro. Oh man, you ain't in these board meetings with me. You ain't come down to the Senate with me. You didn't come down to Washington with me. If you really care about trucker, why you ain't in Washington with me? You don't have to be, bro. He don't have to be. That's your passion. You have passion for this. We see it. I've seen it. That's one thing I can say. And here's the thing. I see people comment all the time, you know, if his passion is authentic or not. Regardless of the fact, one thing I can say about this is he's been consistent with it. Whether his passion for it is authentic or inauthentic, he's been consistent with it. Since CDL Shorty, I've come to know him, he's been consistent with it. So you got to give him his just due, you know, when it's right. But once again, CDL Shorty, like every video is the same. Like, bro, the man don't have to spend his days flying all over the country, going to shows and committee meetings in Washington and all this shit. That's your shit. That's what you want to do. Regardless of how big his platform is. This motherfucker could be the biggest content creator, the biggest influencer in the space. He still don't have to mirror your passion. That's your thing. That's your thing, pimp. I don't understand.
Driver training, how to strengthen it. You understand? But no, this is what he promotes right here. I just want to let you know. We'll make a video and he'll laugh about it. I don't see him talking about cost per mile. I don't see him at the truck stop handing out. I don't see him talking about female safety.
He don't have to. Jesus Christ, bro. You know what's the crazy part? CDL Shorty, he don't have to, man. He don't have to. He don't have to. This is a little strange to me.
Handing out pepper spray for female truck drivers. I don't see him doing none of that. I don't see him doing none of that. But no, what will happen is you'll have somebody, a house tap dancing Negro like Zeke Dog.
Who's this goddamn Zeke Dog he keep talking about? Let me look this motherfucker up, bro. YouTube. Zeke Dog. Let's see. He called him a tap dancing ass Negro. Just say nigga. Stop. CDL, stop trying to be politically correct. You trying to monetize your YouTube too. Big Mark say nigga. Cause I don't give a fuck. You dig what I'm saying? We say nigga. We say everything. We not trying to say what it is, nigga. See, and this how I'm saying, CDL Shorty, you be telling on yourself. If you really bout that shit, you not gonna worry about being politically correct and making sure the algorithm and all that shit. If you with the shit, you with the shit. You can't be 1 foot in with the shit and 1 foot out with the shit. well, I gotta say this because the YouTube. You not gonna give a fuck about if you really own that, if you really timing like that, then you're not thinking about, well, let me say Negro instead of nigga and shit like that. You're not thinking come on, big dog. See, you telling on yourself. This is where they say the inauthentic shit. You dig? Because you wouldn't care. Nigga, once it's up, it's up. Zeke dog. You call him a tap dancing ass nigga. All right? Just say what's on your feeling. You know what I'm saying? I mean, here we found it. Zeke dog trucking. Trucker, family man, content creator, enjoying life. All right, let's see if he got something about CDL Shorty. Why is CDL Shorty calling this man a tap dancing nigga? See, Big Mark gonna just say this shit, because we not really, this is what it is, pimp. Say it with, I was finna say it with your chest, but you know, I didn't wanna, you dig what I'm saying? So say it, you dig what I'm saying? Let's see, Low was rejected. I don't see nothing about CDL Shorty in his content. First load. Hold on, let me pull it up on this. You know, let me look it over here. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, with this, I got some trailers for you. Yeah, I don't see anything in his content where he's talking about CDL Shorty or Buddy Ass. This is a pretty big guy too. CDL Shorty, did you call him a bitch? Like you be calling some of these other niggas? I don't think you call him a bitch. You dig what I'm saying? CDL Shorty, did you call this man a bitch like you called what's Buddy and them over there on Instagram? He be calling bitches. What's the one dude from Atlanta? He love calling dude that's a bitch. Alex Good Energy and Truckin' Hustle and the Box Truck Shorty. He called all them bitches and shit. I don't think he called this nigga no bitch. No, but I don't see nothing in his content related to Bonehead Trucker or CDL Shorty. He ain't got much content. Not many live streams, like 3 or 4 live streams. It look like his shit just more. Yeah, I don't see nothing. All right, let's see what CDL Shorty talking about.
That don't have no idea. He's a baby in this industry. He's just trying to fit in.
But CDL Shorty, you ain't that old yourself, pimp. Y'all look about the same age. He look like, well, Buddy Ass might be in his late 20s or y'all look like y'all could be about the same age, man. I get what you probably saying. You the years of experience, you calling him more of a baby. But CDL Shorty, I keep telling you, you gotta be a CDL Shorty. You gotta pick and choose your words wisely, because you working with a handicap. And I ain't trying to be funny. I know ain't nobody else ever told you this, because I'm looking out for your best interest, pimp. You working with a handicap. Yeah, I don't think you want no smoke. This nigga got a big ass neck. He got a big ass neck and a big ass head. I don't think you want no smoke with this big ass nigga. I'm not fighting this big old nigga. This is a big old country nigga. You already know what you got to do with a nigga like this. CDL Shorty, I don't think you want to call this man no tap dancing ass nigga, man. I think you should leave this nigga alone. For real. This nigga got a big old country fed motherfucker, boy. You better leave this man alone. I'm telling you, CDL Shorty.
You'll have him that sit out here, and what he'll do is he'll jump on the white boy bandwagon. He'll jump on the white boy bandwagon. Not understanding that.
Now, I ain't watched the white boy yet, Bonehead. So I don't see CDL Shorty probably watching this thinking, I had my little issue not too long ago. So, you know, Big Mark don't jump on the bandwagon. Big Mark gonna give it up. You dig what I'm saying?
Guess what? You, black man, were just accepted in this industry. You understand? You understand? I don't care nothing about this industry. He cares about making fun. He's not out here training. He's not out here teaching. He cares about making fun. You got one bystander right there, and then you got another one right there. Let's see if they're gonna get out and help this guy back up, or help this guy back up. Or are they gonna sit in their trucks and film secretly? They're a bunch of cowards. That's all they are, cowards. They talk about flip-flop. Where'd that come from? There's a lot of black truckers out there that wear flip-flop.
Bro. If he ain't talking about the man not helping people, he talking about the man talking about people with flip-flops. The channel is a fucking, from what I understand, from what I've seen. Now, I know it has evolved into other shit, but I remember the channel. I haven't watched content on there in a while. It was a blooper channel. A blooper, I associate blooper with comedy. And I'm going to get to his shit. But I'm called CDL Shorty. It's a reaction. And me and CDL Shorty got history. We've been following each other. I've always tried to hold CDL Shorty with some of this sucker shit he be doing. Like the flip-flop thing it's a joke, bro. Like, I don't listen, to be honest with you, I don't know why motherfucker want to drive in flip-flops anyway, pimp. I don't know why motherfucker want to drive in some flip-flops anyway. You dig what I'm saying? But I think it's a joke in the industry. I know it's been, there's a trope around it, but
I'm gonna start recording y'all and showing y'all that y'all are hypocrites too. Yeah, I got flip-flops on and dare you to say something.
He always end his video with some tough shit. You dig what I'm saying? If you ain't inviting a motherfucker to swing on you, you daring a motherfucker to pull up on you. Why are you inviting negative energy your way, especially when you're operating with a handicap, bro? Why, bro? Why, bro? Why? I've been telling this nigga this for years, bro. Why invite negative energy your way? Even if he didn't have the ailment. Why do that shit, bro? You could tell this nigga didn't have like no big homies, bro. He ain't have no big homies, bro. You could tell. Do something about it. Cause you got on flip-flops, nigga? What the fuck is we talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass, nigga. Remember on the internet you said, nigga, if I see you, nigga, and you had on flip-flops, do something, nigga, I'm finna beat your ass cause you got on flip-flops, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, bro. What are we talking about?
See, this is what Ike and Bonehead Trucker and all his subscribers won't tell you. When you get out and you spot the other truck driver, when you get out and you help them, guess what? You can prevent this. But no, they'll sit inside their truck and they'll secretly video record and they'll wait till you hit them and then they'll put you on Bonehead Trucker. Then they'll get out their truck and cuss and fuss. And this could have been prevented. If Ike wouldn't have raised so many crybabies out here, this could have been prevented. It could have been prevented. But no, you want to secretly record people and talk trash because you're a coward. I'm talking to you, all your subscribers out there. I'm talking to Ike and all his subscribers out there that want to record. Yeah, you could have prevented.
So then you make mention of the subscribers and you call them cowards. Bro, it is some sick people out here, bro. And what CDL Shorty got to understand is, I give him credit because he outside with it. But CDL Shorty, a middle American, what he don't understand is eventually what you're asking for is going to present itself in front of you. You talking to a guy who's got 250,000 subs, right? Don't know how many are active, how many are dormant. But, you know, you're walking up at a truck stop, probably in your local area, and out of the videos that we've watched, maybe out of, let's say, 10 people that he walked up to out of the course of the videos we watched, maybe 1 or 2 of them didn't know who Bonehead Truckers was. So the majority of truckers watch the content, right? We can say, at least based on what we've seen. right? Why does CDL Shorty don't think that one day someone is going to approach and give him what he's been asking for? I just don't understand that part.
But no, you're too cowardly to get out that truck and be a man or a woman, because females, hey, there's some female truckers out there that's cowards too that send videos into him. Yeah, this could have been prevented. And then y'all ask me, why do you talk about Zig Dog? Zig Dog is a baby in this industry. He just trying to fit in. He don't realize the racist rhetoric, or maybe he does. Shit. Maybe he does.
So what's the racist rhetoric then? Because you saying it, but you're not. I want to see it. You got to show it. When you say racist, we got to see dark meat, booger eater. We got to see watermelon, grape drink, goddammit, fried chicken. We need to see these things. You got to produce the receipts. You dig what I'm saying? Just because he's white, you can't put the title on him unless it's warranted. We need to see some type of receipts, man. You dig what I'm saying?
But like I said, this could have been prevented. You don't realize when you say real truckers shouldn't wear flip-flops. How many black truckers out there wear flip-flops? I'm going to do a video on nothing but black American truck drivers with flip-flops on. Y'all be prepared for that, because I see them all the time, but y'all want to get on this white man's agenda. Truck driver training. If Ike was really serious about truck driver training, guess what? He'd be in these boardrooms with me, meeting with FMCSA, DOT, about strengthening truck driver training. But no, he wants to make fun of the industry. So make fun of him. He's a coward. I said what I said.
Hey, that was better though. I said what I said. I like that one a little bit better than swang on me. And what was the last one he used? Do something about it. I said what I said. Okay, that was a little, it wasn't believable. It wasn't like, I still know you ain't on that. You did what I'm saying. You ain't on that. But that one was a little bit better. That one was a little bit better. You did.
I just want to let you guys know that I am the trucker's voice. There's no other that's out here fighting for you each and every day. I am the trucker's voice. I am the trucker's voice. I'm in the boardrooms, behind closed doors, making deals to help you guys out.
Hey. CDL Shorty funny too.
Derek Bars. Sean.
Let's watch this one now. Let's get to it. Let's get to the video of the day. Let's get to it.
Hey everyone, welcome to Bonehead Truckers. Guys, every now and then I stumble upon a channel or something that just says the dumbest stuff. They sound low IQ and all that kind of stuff. Well, in this particular case...
There you go. The low IQ is a racist trope. It is. It is. Whenever a white man calls a black man low IQ, it's a racist trope. Definitely is. I recently was in a little situation with another creator, and that creator called me low IQ. And I had been seeing low IQ being thrown around on social media from content creators and the this is a whole new sector now. I don't know what they're calling this sector. The Chud, the Builder, Myron Gaines, Nick Fuentes, Sneeko, that whole sector where you can make a lot of money and a lot of people watch you because they've been canceled and they got all these racial tropes they throw at different ethnicities, and the low IQ is one that's being thrown at black people. And I looked it up. I looked it up. All right, so the phrase low IQ deemed racist generally refers to two distinct but connected concepts. The use of low IQ as a racially charged insult and the scientific study of the correlation between low cognitive ability and prejudiced attitudes. So using low IQ to describe individuals of color has been widely identified by sociologists and civil rights advocates as a racist dog whistle. It relies on false historical and pseudoscientific stereotypes that attempt to rank human intelligence by race, often weaponized by early 20th century eugenicists to justify discrimination, segregation, and even forced sterilization. In modern political and public discourse, calling black leaders low IQ is often used to undermine their credibility without having to debate actual policy and qualifications. So in today's times, when a person, a white man, calls a black man low IQ, it's perceived and it's deemed racist. So, and I am a victim of it by a white man in trucking, in social media. So
about a year or so ago, one of my viewers said, "Hey, this guy."
It's a way to do it without using. It's like a way they do it to hide it. You dig what I'm saying? They use that shit to hide that shit.
He was making videos about you, Ike, and so I started watching. Okay, and so here recently, he wanted to get a little bit of a.
Hey, see, why you moving your hand like that, pimp? It's like you in a rap video or something.
Hey, this guy is making videos about you, Ike, and so I started watching. Okay.
Hey, see what you was doing right here? You was freestyling.
And so here recently, he wanted to get a little bit of attention, and so. Normally, I do not play that game. Listen, I know all the tricks. I know how this game is played. I've been on this YouTube and the YouTube creeks for a long freaking time. I know how this game operates. And little bitty channels like this guy, what this guy has,
damn,
tries to, clout chase.
Hey, he said you got a little bitty ass channel, bro.
And if for someone like me, who is way above this guy's level, goes and responds, is exactly what he wants. But, so I usually don't play that game, right? But in this case, I was like, I cannot help myself. So let's go.
Everything that come out of my mouth is from the people, by the way.
Okay.
Any one of y'all, I'm gonna make you kill me right then and there in front of your family, your wife, your kids. Yeah, let's get it on. Let's get it on.
Let me tell you about this guy. So this guy has been begging to be on panels, be a speaker, and all this kind of stuff, and begging. He's like running for some kind of local city council or something like that. And this guy is just threatening.
But this is the shit I'm talking about with CDL
From the people, by the way.
Okay.
Any one of y'all, I'm gonna make you kill me right then and there in front of your family, your wife, your kids. Yeah, let's get it on. Let's get it on.
I'm gonna make you KILL me in front of your family, your kids.
The people, by the way.
Okay.
Any one of y'all, I'm gonna make you kill me right then and there in front of your family, your wife.
And this is the shit I told CDL Shorty years ago, and I'm telling them all throughout this reaction. Why? Why? Over some trucker content shit, bro. Why do you continuously listen? I'm not even finna react to this whole thing. I'm gonna scrub through it. I haven't watched it all, but I'm gonna scrub through the shit. And I'm gonna say this again. Every time he say some goofy shit, I'm gonna tell CDL Shorty this, right? Because there's a lot of people that probably pump him up that got him like this. Them will be the people that's gonna get you killed, CDL Shorty. You can't go around inviting negative energy. You can't invite somebody to kill you, bro. You just can't do it, bro. It ain't that serious, bro. The people that's pumping you up and the people that hear you say that and they know like, yo, and don't tell you this, them the real cowards. See, me, I'm telling you, stop doing that shit, bro. This shit ain't about nothing. I don't understand this part of CDL Shorty. If you see me, you what?
I'm the people, by the way.
Okay.
Any one of y'all, I'm gonna make you kill me right then and there in front of your family, your wife, your kids. Yeah, let's get it on. Let's get it on.
I don't. Why? Why would you want some, like, why?
Let me tell you about this guy. So this guy has been begging to be on panels, be a speaker and all this kind of stuff, and begging. He's like running for some kind of local city council or something like that. And this guy is just threatening.
You know, it's funny. Don't they look alike? He looked like he could be the white version of CDL Shorty, and CDL Shorty looked like, well, wait, he looked like he could be the white version of CDL Shorty, and CDL Shorty looked like he could be the black version of him. On the real. If you look at them, don't they kind of favor each other on phone? Don't they kind of look alike? They kind of favor each other. They got the bald thing going on. They got the beard thing going on. You dig what I'm saying? These niggas look like they could actually be friends. You dig? They look like they. Can we broker a meeting or something, bro? These niggas look like they could actually be buddies, bro. He looked like the white version of CDL Shorty, and CDL Shorty looked like the black version of Bonehead Trucker. For real.
And people, listen to what this guy says. This guy wants people in the trucking industry to take him serious. Let's back this up, because what he says right here is beyond low IQ. It's way on down there. And if anyone wants,
the low IQ thing is racial. It's a trope. It's a trope. We calling it down the middle. We calling it fair. It's a trope. My white people, they are in the building. Shout out to my white people. They're watching. You know, they couldn't wait for they've been waiting all week for Big Mark to go live. The white people, they've been waiting all week for Big Mark to go live. They had to let me know they in the building. And the white Sage actually does content. Him and CDL Shorty is cool. Oh yeah, they cool. So I'm just trying to understand, if you saying the goddamn it, what the fuck CDL Shorty was saying in the last video we watched, the good old boy and shit like that, bruh. Like, you cool with one of them. You dig what I'm saying? Like, if you gonna stand on Ben Nye, you gotta stand on Ben Nye all the way. You gotta stand on the Ben Nye all the way, pimp. For real. You can't pick and choose. Now, if you gonna be pro, you dig, then you gotta be it all the way. You can't pick and choose.
to have this guy and takes this guy serious after seeing these clips, then you're dumb. It tells you a lot about you. Watch this.
I'm gonna make you kill me right then and there in front of your family, your wife, your kids. Yeah, let's get it on.
Now he got you on that one, CDL Shorty. This shit don't make sense. I've been telling you this for years. Nobody invites somebody to kill them. Nigga don't know you no money. Ain't nobody never did nothing to your family, bro. Like, come on now. Stop this goofy.
Let's get it on. In front of everybody. Let the kids see. Let's get it on.
front of the kids and everything. Are you kidding me? And this guy, I mean, yeah, this guy's begging for attention from lawmakers. Well, listen, as we're going to see, this guy kisses the butt of the ATA. This guy is a complete joke. He is a complete clown.
Why are them and Mother Trucker, who I'm so disappointed on, jumped on the bandwagon and wants to help the American Truckers United, which are a form of racist, and they're pushing racist rhetoric, want to put the spotlight on these foreigners. And yes, you're right, I'm fighting for the foreigners. You know why I'm fighting for the foreigners? Because I want everything to be fair.
This guy calls American Truckers United racist. Okay? This guy does this. I mean, listen, I know these guys. I know these guys well, you know, that started American Truckers United. Ain't a racist bone in those guys. Okay? I mean, I talk to them. If they are, I don't see it. I've never had those kind of conversations and with these guys. These guys are classy. This guy right here, he just admitted it. He's standing up and fighting for the foreign drivers, the same foreign drivers that are taking your jobs and running over people.
Zeke Dog, let me talk to you for a second.
Remember, he's calling everyone right.
And CDL Shorty, you can't. Damn. CDL Shorty, unblock me, family. See, let me pull me up on the big screen. CDL Shorty, unblock me, bro. I got to teach you how to beef effectively. You dig what I'm saying? You're not a good beefer. You can't beef because now they're gonna use the racial, the smoke detector thing, bro. You can't beef and your smoke detector beeping in the background, bro. Because that's a trope too now.
Running over people.
You know, even when the smoke detector ain't beefing in the background, you're going to say, oh, man, I'm surprised the smoke detector ain't beeping in the background. That's a trope now, too. They done made that a trope because for some reason, motherfuckers, everybody, y'all ain't never heard my shit. I got some good shit. I got the hardwired shit. The battery is for a backup. As many live streams that I've had, y'all ain't never heard that shit. But I understand why they made it a trope. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I gotta call it fair. You can't be beefing and your smoke detector is beeping in the background, pimp. The white people here, Sage and them, they here now. They letting me know they in the building. They've been waiting on the big homie to go live all week. You dig what I'm saying? Sage, why don't you tell, since you do content with CDL Shorty, tell CDL Shorty come over here, I want to holler at him. Because I want to tell him how to beef effectively. I need to help him win, bro. Tell him to let me coach him. Because y'all done seen me beef with CDL Shorty. CDL Shorty didn't play no games with me. The way he be playing with these other motherfuckers, calling them bitches and shit, when I pulled up and I was on his ass, that nigga DM'd me. He didn't want no smoke. You know why? Because he know who to play with and who not to play. Now, I'm not saying anything, but one thing I can say, he know who to play with and who not to play with. He know who he can say shit to and move around here out at these trucking conferences and motherfucker won't pull up on him. CDL Shorty, message me, pimp. I'm going to help you. You need help, pimp. I'm going to help you beef more effectively. All right? I got to help you, pimp. Listen, I'm not your enemy. I'm going to help you win, bro. Somebody message CDL Shorty, tell him to unblock me. I ain't going to do nothing to him. I ain't going to mess with him. You dig? Tell him to unblock me so I can coach him on how to win, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. You can't be beefing in your
Zeke Dog,
going on.
let me talk to you for a second.
Jesus.
Remember, he's calling everyone racist He's called me racist so many times.
Did you realize, first of all, you're only 2 years in this industry. You still wet behind the ears, big dog.
2 years. Let me just say this about, I'm going to stick up for my man Zeke Dog because he's a good guy and he won't do a video like this. And I don't blame him. Zeke Dog, if you're watching this, don't react to this dude ever. Zeke Dog Trucking represents trucking very well. Okay? Yes, he's a new school driver, old school mentality. He's a military vet. From what I understand, combat vet.
Didn't I tell you the motherfucker, when I looked at him about 20 minutes ago, I said, nah, CDL Shorty, you better leave this dude alone. See, Big Mark know how to pick and choose wisely. Big Mark know how to pick and choose wisely. A motherfucker like that, when I looked at it, I said, man, this motherfucker got a big old neck. Nah. That motherfucker do something to you, boy, and you got a defibrillator, man. You got to stop. That big motherfucker, you gonna have to use something on a motherfucker like that. You dig what I'm saying? You gonna have to use something. Didn't that motherfucker get to having flashbacks of goddamn it Afghanistan or some shit running to you at one of these goddamn trucking conferences and just black out on your ass, pimp? You gotta pick and choose your battles wisely, man.
One of those guys you probably don't want to mess with, okay? And he represents this industry.
But see, that's exactly why he gonna mess with that dude. Cause he know deep down, dude probably ain't, if he run into him, he ain't gonna go upside his head. He didn't play with me like that. I noticed when he was into it with the Tony dude on Instagram, he didn't play with him like that either. Certain people, he just leave that shit alone. I noticed that. And the certain people he don't play that shit with kind of got some things in common. Some people he pick and choose, I think, to get clout. Some things I think are meaningful. But everybody he chooses to engage with and disrespect, right? Because you can have a back and forth, but some of this shit, like, it's certain things is like going too far as it pertains to our culture that I know he knows. That's why he uses that shit. And I know he thinks, I believe he does it with those certain individuals because he knows he can get away with it.
Well, go watch his channel and you'll see. This, in 2 years, at this time, he says he's been in it longer than that now. He's bought his own truck and things of that nature. And this guy just sits around a truck stop or at his house and just belly aches about people that are more successful than him.
These good old boys are not your friend. Did you know that once upon a time, African Americans wasn't welcome in trucking? See, it's always going to be a finger to point. Once they so-called try to get these foreigners out, they're going to point the finger at something else because the industry is still going to be fucked up. They're going to try to get your black ass out next. Once you realize that trucking is a good old boy system.
It's not anymore.
Right?
It used to be. It used to be a good old boy system. It's not. The good old boys' kids ain't trucking. The good old boys of the 60s, 70s, the 80s, and maybe the early 90s, their kids didn't come into trucking. You see a lot of black guys in trucking and you see a lot of foreigners in trucking. Why do you think they got programs like WIA? Why do you think there's a lot of... I believe if there's still a good old boy system, you wouldn't have so many felons in trucking. If this was a good old boy dominated industry, then there wouldn't be any felons in trucking. It wouldn't be, in the black people that would be in trucking, they wouldn't be felons. They would be the best of the best candidates. There's a reason why the barrier to entry as far as the background is concerned, and don't take this the wrong way, what it is. It's not a good old boy system anymore. Once was, yes, but not anymore.
And they're actually upset that African Americans and people of color are getting into this industry. Barely.
I disagree. I don't even think they care, to be honest with you. Like, we gonna call fair is fair. I'm gonna call it straight. I don't think they care. Bro, these white guys, kids, these white boys ain't thinking about trucking. These dudes is developing, is in cybersecurity and AI and consulting and a bunch of other shit, bro. Like, nigga, black motherfuckers that's creme de la creme ain't looking at trucking. I disagree with that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not a good old boy industry anymore. It's just not. I don't think it's just not.
3 years, and Zeke Dog out here talking like he's out here doing some true stomp down trucking.
He is. Compared to you, you're over there just wishing. You're over there just wishing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
I didn't see it for myself. I heard about it and all that. I had my booth dealing with, the stuff that I was doing. Me and old pal Ryder, shout out. And then behind me, just like the other aisle, was Lone Mountain. And he was, that's one of his sponsors, right? Is Lone Mountain. And he was, doing his thing, being professional. That's what Zeke was doing. Okay. This guy comes up and tries to pick a fight with him.
What?
At a freaking truck show. At a truck show. You don't do that at a...
Hold on. CDL Shorty pulled up?
With, the stuff that I was doing. Me and old pal.
Wait a minute, hold on. Don't tell me.
It's like Larry.
Hey, somebody please DM CL Shorty for me. He got me blocked. He got me blocked. CDL Shorty, he know who to play with and who not to play with. He blocked Big Bart. Somebody please DM CDL Shorty. I just want CDL Shorty pulled up at a truck.
I told Larry Cothran the same thing to his face. Stop shucking and jiving.
Hold on.
Being a house Negro. What you doing?
We out here calling niggas house niggas.
Once you realize that trucking is a good old boy system, people of color out here talking like he's out here doing some true stomp down trucking.
He is.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I hear you. I hear you agreeing with all them white boys talking about no flip-flops this and no flip. You don't even know where that language came from. Stop being a house Negro. What you doing?
He's calling everyone racist except himself. Are you believing what you're hearing? This guy wants to be the voice of trucking. He wants to be the voice, not a voice or whatever, the voice. And he's over here talking like this.
You follow behind the white boys. Talking about flip-flops this, and there's been a lot more foreign crashes. Zeke Dog a goddamn lie, and I told him that in his face too. Just like Larry, I told Larry Cothran the same thing to his face. Stop shucking and jiving. Come on, man, stand up for your people. At the end of the day, you still a nigga.
All right, so what he's referring to, he went to Mid-America Trucking Show, and I want the people at Mid-America Trucking Show to hear this. Let me tell you guys what this guy did. I didn't see it for myself. I heard about it and all that.
My bad.
I had my booth dealing with, the stuff that I was doing. Me and old pal Ryder, shout out. And then behind me, just like the other aisle, was Lone Mountain. And he was, that's one of his sponsors, right? Is Lone Mountain. And he was, doing his thing, being professional. That's what Zeke was doing. Okay. This guy comes up and tries to pick a fight with him. At a freaking truck show. What? At a truck show.
CDL Shorty on timing? CDL Shorty is on timing. So CDL Shorty inviting the smoke, and he pulling up at the truck show. And the Zeke dog, so he pulled up on the Zeke, this big old big neck motherfucker, he pulled up on him. And CDL Shorty might be a gangster for real. You dig what I'm saying? What's in North Carolina? Is the brothers down in North Carolina? The folks down in North Carolina? Is some GDs down in North? Is Box? I mean not Box. What's buddy? CDL Shorty? He folks. He a Vice Lord. He Blackstone. He a Blood. He a Crip. CDL Shorty might have some affiliation. CDL Shorty might have some affiliation. CDL Shorty pulled up. Nah, bro, y'all. What?
Do that at a truck show. But this guy does. Because he didn't like him. Because,
Hey, CDL Shorty. I don't agree with it. I think it's some nigga shit. You dig what I'm saying? Because and I'm telling you why I think it's some nigga shit. For you. Because you are going to these meetings and all this shit in the Senate and the White House and you posting all this shit and you going and speaking at the freight waves and you going and speaking with the Secretary of Transportation and you doing all this shit, Duffy, and you trying to be this big time political thing. You can't be doing nigga shit like this, pimp. If you gonna do that shit, you gotta be squeaky clean, pimp. If that's not in your itinerary, right, to be the spokesperson, right, and represent for truckers, especially as a black man, the last thing you should be doing is nigga shit, bro. You got to be on some Obama shit. You got to be you can't be pulling up at the trucks to shows and running up on motherfuckers if you trying to be this voice. Now, if you wasn't trying to be this voice and you just wanted to do your content and the ambition that you have, whatever it is, and you on this same type of timing, but you ain't trying to do that, then that's different. You can't be both, pimp. See, this is what you Sage and all these niggas and even the brothers that you deal with, they not going to tell you. See, Big Mark going to tell you the truth. He going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or you don't. Big Mark going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you what nobody else is going to tell you. I'm going to have the conversation with you that you're going to have people that do content with you. You're going to have people that laugh at you in the comment section, agree with you or disagree with you. But hey, this one I'm telling you right here, ain't nobody going to tell you this shit. If your true goal is to be this spokesperson for trucking, the voice, and to go to these meetings and try to make change, then you can't do nigga shit like this. You can't be pulling up on niggas like that. Why do you want to be tough so bad and you got a goddamn defibrillator in your chest? Why do you want to be like, why, bro? Why is these middle Americans try so hard to be tough? Why, bro? Be thankful. CDL Shorty probably grew up with a mother and a father. He probably grew up with 2-parent household. Probably went to a Catholic school or some type of, private school. You dig? Why are you trying so hard to be so hard? Why? You running up on niggas at the Mid-American Truck Show? You the nigga running around here. CDL Shorty, you the one running around here picking on everybody. You out here trying to bully motherfuckers. I gotta pull CDL Shorty up on the books. I'm gonna have to do a little research this weekend, seeing if he under the act. Somebody tell me, is he under the act? So that can cut down some of my, you dig what I'm saying? Is he under the 5? Is he under the 6? Is he under the 5? Is he under the 6? He gotta be plugged from somewhere. He gotta be tapped in from somewhere. We need to find out. We need to find out.
Zeke's got 3 years experience and he agrees with the white boys is what he says. And that's really offensive to this guy. You know, now he's talking about Larry Cothran, which is another black man who I've met. I've had dinner with at one of the sponsors, dinners a couple of years ago. Nice guy. Everybody likes him. But this guy is jealous. That's all I can think about. He's jealous. Listen to him.
Terry gonna do, he's not gonna talk about all of the real issues, the underride crashes. He's not going to call out the mega carriers, the Swifts, the Snyder Fs as well. He's not going to call that out. He's not going to go so hard on the black truckers that are losing their lives in the sundown town like he's been going hard on this story. But he'll get up there and he'll do the white man's bidding. Yes, he's a tap dancing ass nigga. Y'all be aware of those. When I say I am a voice for the people, I'm a voice for the people. And if
No, you're not. No, you are not a voice for the people. You're a voice for the very small minority. Your channel doesn't get any views. Okay? And you have no credibility, and I am proving it right here. But listen, it gets even better. It's hard to believe, but it gets better or worse, whichever way. Listen, we're laughing at this guy. That's what we're doing. We're laughing as we.
Ace, you said he ain't down with the guys. I'm gonna do a little research this weekend, man. We gonna see if he on the books, man. I'm gonna see if he on the books, man. And I'll let you know. I'm gonna cause man, his energy, he gotta be tapped in from somewhere. He gotta be. The man calling grown men. Listen. The man got a defibrillator. You dig what I'm saying? The man had open heart surgery. He running around the trucking industry calling grown men bitches. Black men. And then you pulling up on him at the Mid-American Truck Show. And he got a defibrillator in his chest. Man, he gotta have somebody, he gotta have a mob behind him, pimp. He might have had us fooled, bro. He might have had, I'm gonna do a little research.
Prove this guy to be a freaking clown.
Favorite content creator, once again, is not talking about cost per mile. Your dispatcher not talking about cost per mile. The broker's not talking about cost per mile with you. You need to get rid of ASAP.
He's sitting there saying a dispatcher, a broker, is not talking about your cost per mile, then you should get rid of him. It's not a broker's job to talk to you about your cost per mile.
And CDL Shorty.
This guy talks about cost per mile, but he's not done one single.
No, it's nobody's responsibility. Like, motherfucker don't got to do. They could do whatever they want to do. A broker's responsibility is not to tell you how to run your business. Your dispatcher should know what it's costing you to operate, right? So they could book your loads effectively. But your content creator doesn't have to talk about it either. CDL Shorty, somebody please message CDL Shorty and tell him to message me, man. I got to help him win, bro. We got to help him win. I got to coach him, bro.
Single video about cost per mile. There's actually channels out there that do that. Successful channels. Okay? You want to come to my channel, you're going to get something. You go to Jeffrey Likes channel, you're going to get something else. You go to Zeke Dog Trucking, you're going to get something else. Okay? You got all.
Thank you for all that you do. The ATA, thank you all for what you do. Happy Father's Day to you all.
Oh.
The ATA loves us. They really care about us. And guess what? The ATA really cares.
This guy is kissing the butt of the ATA. The ATA, the Anti-Trucking Association, the Anti-Truckers Association, let's say that, right? Who push a driver shortage to push a narrative to get, cheap labor in, like foreigners. We've got documentation of that. Two, young drivers, right? 18-year-olds, teenagers to drive a truck, them, and their tail. There's no credibility, folks. You're talking about me.
Derek Bars, Sean Duffy, Ike from Bonehead Trucker. This is
That's
what
me.
he promotes. I
Oh,
just wanna
really?
let you guys know that he promotes truck drivers sitting in their truck, sneakingly recording videos of them hitting other people's stuff. No
Watch this.
training required. He doesn't give any training tips or anything like that.
Oh, we are going to prove him wrong. This is me a couple of years ago filming a sighting had been doing. What is that? Helping? Am I helping? Oh, I was guiding him in.
What I did, I went to over there by the pumps. It wasn't full or anything. Turned around, looked around, and came it back and all that.
Example, I don't sit there and teach anybody when I've got videos just like this over what 16 years on YouTube. This freaking talking about, folks. Oh, there's more.
But he's okay with this. And he'll let them send the video in too. He'll let
really?
them send the video in, and he will laugh and make fun of it.
Speaking of rookies, we have this right here. Yep. And this guy's recording. Guy's sitting there recording and everything, and he sent me this, and I'm sitting there thinking, well, this is a TMC driver. Yeah, now, not all TMC drivers are rookies, but they train a lot of rookies over at TMC. And looks like this guy is probably either one, having a hard time backing up, seeing the lines, or he's practicing. Right? This is an empty spot. It's a great time to, to do some practicing if that's what you're doing. And that's probably what he's doing. But this guy's filming. This is what I'm going to say. This guy filming this, he's sending me this, he's kind of chuckling in this and all that. And it's just like, dude, this dude's trying. This TMC driver's trying. And you're filming it. All right, I'm calling you out, Mr. Photographer, videographer guy. Helping him? My own. And this guy no. I'm telling you, if you are going to listen, this guy came up to the truck show, right? Came up to my booth.
Oh.
He says, Ike, and the little old 4'5", little whatever, little sawed off guy. He goes and says, hey, Ike, you don't show videos of white truckers messing up.
Damn, bro. CDL Shorty pulling up on motherfuckers. Damn. CDL Shorty really pulling up on y'all. Interesting.
And if you went to the truck show at Mid-America, trucking show in Louisville, Kentucky, you'll know in my booth I had a TV with the lap, and it was playing videos of all, just clips of what I have on my channel. And it's like, you don't do this. You're just doing colored folk or foreigners or whatever. I was like, well, I've got a clip to show you that specifically calls out a white guy. Not because he's white, because he's a bonehead with his face, his mugshot and everything. And I was like, if you're going to come up here and get up, and try to make a scene with me, you better come up with some receipts, because I have my receipts. I just showed you mine just a while ago. I just proved this guy wrong. Okay? I just proved this guy wrong. And this guy wants to sit there and say, well, you don't do this. And you listen, I will tell everybody, and I've told people in the past, and I have video clips on this channel, is if you call, say if you see a driver, struggling, first of all, I'm not going to sit there and tell you to film yourself helping it. I mean, those videos on my channel multiple times. Again, I've got those channel cherry pick, try to do all that. Oh, let's
This is the type of guy that you have in the industry that doesn't promote any type of training.
Really? I don't promote any kind of training? I was a trainer, by the way. I train drivers over the road, teaching. I know I want to. When done.
I don't know, bro. Y'all got to beef better, man. This ain't a good beef.
This guy, he doesn't like
I should have watched this. This ain't a good beef.
that fact, does he?
This ain't a good beef.
He promotes the bad side of trucking. He promotes laughing at rookies. So when we talk about a brotherhood, he is not part of our brotherhood. Ask yourself.
How do you know I'm not a part of a brotherhood? You sat there and I've showed these clips of you wanting to fight. You're wanting to fight other truckers at a truck show.
You got clips of it? Drop the clips.
Of a brotherhood. You sat there and I've showed these clips of you wanting to fight.
Wait a minute. Hold on. He got clips? Give me a second here. Let's see if they up.
The video that Shannon Everett.
I don't see any clips.
You're wanting to fight other truckers at a truck show. Okay? You're sitting there talking the way you were talking in those clips earlier. And you want to sit there and have the audacity to say who's in a brotherhood and who is not? Oh my gosh. You can't get this low IQ right here. This is
Low IQ, man. It's a trope. It's a trope. White guy calls a black cat low IQ. Low IQ is a trope.
this is foolishness. What's a word? Give me a word.
Regardless of what Shorty is saying or the back and forth, it's a trope.
What has he done for trucking? What type of education has he put on for trucking or given back to the trucking industry? He laughs at people. He makes a mockery. His subscribers are cowards. They won't even get out and help. But y'all want to...
They don't want to get out and help. They have help. They've shown the help, and they'll get out there. You guys remember, we've had so many freaking field reporters actually tell drivers to their face.
Come on, bro.
Okay? Like, he's...
CDL training. If Ike Stephens from Bonehead Truckers really cared about CDL training, he would be in these boardrooms and these DOT meetings with me talking about truck driver training. How to strengthen...
First of all, if I'm going to be in a meeting with you in front of other people, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to show them what I just showed you, and they are going to laugh at you while you're walking out the door. Look how angry this guy.
Didn't I tell you that CDL Shorty about 10, 15 minutes ago? Told you. Told you. I just told you that about 10, 15 minutes ago. And I hate to tell CDL Shorty this. No, I don't. I don't hate to tell him that. I'm going to tell him what ain't nobody else going to tell him. Whatever aspirations that you have to be this, whatever political voice for trucking, every time you get on here and do what you're doing, just throwing those opportunities out the window, bro. Like I really don't. I mean, see, the thing what you got to understand, CDL Shorty is what I say all the time. It's always going to be tougher for you. He going to take the content. He going to take the video you at the trucking show. He's saying he got video of it. And every time you get an inch close, you sure you really want to deal with this type of motherfucker? Then you're going to be right back out the door. How you expect to be the voice of truckers and speak to Sean Duffy and shit? You think you gonna get close to a Sean Duffy acting like this? Nah. He just basically told you what I told you. Nigga, before we ever let you get to that, we gonna keep a file and we just gonna present it to who we need to present it to. Tell him, man, think again. So, nigga, you have to be squeaky, squeaky, squeaky clean, pimp. Squeaky clean. Can't be acting like a nigga, dog. You just can't. If that's what you want to do.
Yes. Look at him. Look at him. He goes to the truck shows and picks fights. Okay? That's what he does. Look at this angry look on this guy's face. Oh no.
He was finna say angry black man. Hold on.
Okay? That's what he does. Look at this angry look on this guy's face.
Okay, all right.
Oh no. He ends this so good. I know I'm not stalling. I just can't freaking help myself with this guy. He just writes his own freaking boneheadedness.
You understand? But no, this is what he promotes right here. I just want to let you know. We'll make a video and he'll laugh about it. I don't see him talking about cost per mile.
Sweet.
This is not a cost per mile freaking channel. Go to someone else's channel that they do that.
Told you.
We don't do that here.
I told you, CDL Shorty. See, I said this at the beginning when you was talking that shit. He don't do cost per mile. It's a blooper channel damn near. That's what it started as, a blooper channel, bro.
Jeez.
Somebody,
Holy.
please.
I don't see him at the truck stop handing out. I don't see him talking about female safety, handing out pepper spray for female truck drivers.
Yeah, I guess you missed a video where I was promoting multiple videos over the years. Real women in trucking. But I'm not.
That don't have no idea. He's a baby in this industry.
He's a baby. He's done more in his, 3 years, whatever you call it. He's done more in this industry than what you ever have. Whenever, okay? Just whining and griping and complaining like a freaking baby. Okay? Like you didn't get your way. I mean, you look successful. Not only, with his own trucking company, but with his YouTube channel and sponsorships and everything like that. There's more than I could say for you.
He's just trying to fit in. But you'll have him that sit out here, and what he'll do is he'll jump on the white boy bandwagon. He'll jump on the white.
We're all racist, but not him, because you see how much white boy this, white boy that, those white boys this, white boy that. What do you have against white boys? Huh? What do you have against us? And by the way, you could refer to me as a man. Okay, listen, we're not in high school anymore. All right.
White boy bandwagon. Not understanding that, guess what? You, black man, were just accepted in this industry. You understand? You understand? I don't care nothing about this industry. He cares about making fun. He's not out here training. He's not out here teaching.
The reason why I started Bonehead Truckers is, I don't know. It's because I care about the trucking industry. An industry that I got 3 million freaking miles at doing. 20 years driving a truck. I was been able to raise my family and be happy. Kept a marriage intact being a truck driver, which that's hard to do unless you find the right one like I did. Okay. Well, hey, they're not always right and someday they don't work out. But I was never an owner operator, right? I never paid off a truck. Okay. But I was a pretty good company driver. I was a trainer, got safety awards. What you got? Complaining? That's all you do is complain?
He cares about making fun. You got one bystander right there, and then you got another one right there. Let's see if they're gonna get out and help this guy back up, or help this guy back up.
What are you doing? Why don't you put down your phone while you're sitting there all angry? You're all angry and, doing all that. Why don't you stop recording and go help them out? Sit there and watch you, I should say. So I'm not as successful as many others, but I'm, clearly more successful than you. And same thing with Zeke, same thing with everyone else that you've talked bad about. Larry Cawthorn, and there's more I don't know their names too.
Or are they gonna sit in their trucks and film secretly? They're a bunch of cowards. That's all they are, cowards. They talk about flip-flops. Where'd that come from? There's a lot of black truckers out there that wear flip-flops. I'm gonna start recording y'all and showing y'all that y'all are hypocrites too. Yeah, I got flip-flops on and dare you to say something.
Oh, I'm saying something. Look at there. That should explain everything. So in this video, we've caught him sitting there wanting to, fight people and other things that he's talking about in front of kids, which is pretty sick, right? And then you have, he's sitting there talking about how he's sticking up for foreigners, okay? So he's talking about, fighting at truck shows and whatnot. He's sitting there calling everyone racist. He's a supporter of the ATA, rah, 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 ATA. Sitting there doing all that. All the stuff that he said in this video, all the racist stuff that he said in this video. And at the end of the day, he's another flip-flopper. He's another bonehead. Hey, listen, if I had my own trucking school, and I've talked about it, over passionate about this. This right here doesn't belong in trucking. If you go to a shipper and receiver looking like this, it tells everybody you have zero pride in trucking.
Definitely don't think you should walk into a warehouse with flip-flops on. Damn, CDL Shorty.
Done this in a while, and it's good to clown on somebody on a clown that deserves it, but
damn. Oh man, I wish I would have watched this. I thought this was gonna be good. This wasn't. I don't know, man. CDL Shorty, you gotta message me, pimp. You gotta message me. This is. Oh man, this is it. Jesus Christ, bro. You running around to the Mid-American Truck Show, CDL Shorty, running up on people's booths, bro, trying to fight them, bro. I need to see the clips of that shit. This shit don't make no sense, CDL Shorty. It don't make no sense. And then his response, man, I thought it was going to be some heat, man. This shit wasn't even no heat. This shit wasn't even mid, bro. I could have saved the reaction, man. This shit wasn't. Jesus Christ, bro. This is a waste of a fucking reaction, bro. This shit wasn't even no punches really thrown like that, bro. It was a waste. It's a waste, bro. Both of these guys got to call me, bro, so I can help y'all beef more effectively. Like, it was a lot of shit that CDL Shorty could have did to him. There's a lot of shit he could have said to CDL Shorty. This shit just wasn't entertaining enough, man. I was here for entertainment, bro. But what I will tell CDL Shorty, because I don't know the Bonehead Trucker guy. He's but what I will tell the CDL Shorty, and this is just all, like, no jokes, man. Like, you got to stop, bro. I've been telling you this shit for years. You know, I'm not trying to big homie you. I'm not trying to big bro you because I'm older than you by about a dub. No, about not a dub, about at least. CDL Shorty got to be about 35. I got about 10, 11 years on you. You got to stop, bro. You got to just stop, bro. Like, man, it's a like people gonna do what they gonna do, and you don't have any control over that. All right. Stop worrying about shit that you can't control. People are gonna record people. You can't control what a content creator talks about and discusses, right? People focus on different things. This person focuses on bloopers. This person focuses on politics of logistics. This person may focus on the operating costs. This person may be a journey-based channel. Like, you can't control what a person talks about. And because they have a large platform, just because they have a large platform doesn't mean they have to help people. It doesn't mean they need to go speak at speaking events like you. They don't have to go to try to Washington to talk to Sean Duffy. They don't have to do this shit. The man said, and this is, you know, he did say the racial trope, so I held him accountable for that. But at the end of the day, the man said he did trucking as a company driver for 20 years, right? As a company driver, right? And he has a family, he's married. He probably just wants to spend time with his family. He's probably not as vested emotionally, and I'm gonna say emotional. When I say emotional, I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way, but it's clear based on how you articulate certain things and the tonality, how your tonality just ranges, man. You get upset. I don't think he's, and I could be wrong, but I don't think he's as vested emotionally as you, bro. And he doesn't have to be, bro. Like you can't get mad and try to. You gotta stop, bro. I wish CDL Shorty, I wish he could just put his ego to the side one day and maybe I could have a conversation. I've tried to talk to this guy a multitude of times, but he's just, you know, because you know, all jokes aside, I got his best. I'm concerned about his well-being. No bullshit. I'm concerned about his well-being, bro. I think there's some type of anger there, and I just don't understand why, you know, and it's, I think somebody said in the chat earlier, it's like, it's the misdirected anger. Where's this anger stemming from? Where is it coming? Like, why? You know, so I don't know, man. Davey Rhodes said he threatened Ike. Wow. Why do y'all be threatening people, bro? Do y'all understand, like, some people you can't threaten? Why is this trucking shit as it pertains to, I get it. You may disagree with people. People disagree with me. I disagree with people. But I don't take it that serious. I understand that people disagree. CDL Shorty not looking at shit from a bigger lens. I could watch a person, right, and disagree with them, and I'm gonna do one of a few things. Either I'm not gonna watch him again, or I'm just gonna disagree with him in my head and go on about my day. Like, I'm never finna get to the point where, you know, I'm on the internet crashing out because I just disagree with what somebody says, bro. I'm just not finna do it. Now, I think CDL Shorty has created a persona that if he doesn't stop, right, eventually is going to catch up with him. And that's the unfortunate thing. You can disagree with people all day, but the moment when you start inviting physical altercations, violence, eventually that shit gonna find you. And I just don't understand why. Why you would want to invite some shit like that. It's only social media. I promise we barely speak to anyone. IRL is a very... Well, here's the thing. If he showed up to the truck show, Mid-American Truck Show, and he approached these guys at their booth, then he really looking for that shit. He just proved that CDL Shorty really on that. He really on that type of timing. And I just don't understand why. See, I'm going to tell CDL Shorty what ain't nobody else going to tell him. But I know CDL Shorty ain't no fool. I've seen CDL Shorty pick and choose. He didn't do that shit with me. The way he do it with them, he didn't do it with me. He didn't do it with the Tony dude. He didn't do it with a few of us. But all of us have something in common. He know who to play that shit with. That's one thing I can say about him. He know who to where to go. He know how far he can go. But if it's for attention, okay. So let's role play. He go to the truck show. He went to the truck show this year. I'm assuming this shit happened this year, back in March or February, whenever they had that show. And he walks up to the booth. You already said what you said, and then somebody slapped the shit out of him. Then what? Or he go up and he get violent. Then what? The man got a defibrillator in his chest, bro. He got a defibrillator in his chest, bro. He's not in the position to be rolling and tussling and none of that shit, bro. So now I'm looking at, like, after this shit, 3 years, this nigga fucking still running around the internet picking fights with people with a goddamn pacemaker in his chest, bro. And nobody's telling him to sit his ass down somewhere and be thankful that, man, God gave you a second chance at life. This shit ain't that serious. I don't think it's for clout. I think it's, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought it was for clout at first. But CDL Shorty is what, 4'11", 5 feet with a pacemaker in his chest, bro? Nah, bro, it's some shit up here, bro. It's some shit up here, bro. It's some shit not wired right, bro, up there. Nigga, the last thing, if I have an open heart surgery a few years ago, the last thing I'm finna be running around doing is inviting people to hit me. So, when him, the word got out, everyone knows he is fake. Who we talking about? We talking about Shorty or we talking about the Ike guy? We talking about Shorty or the Ike guy? Ike would be on an app called Zello, running his mouth all the time. I threatened him one truck show and he brought security. So here's the thing. I would expect the Ike guy, this guy, I would expect him to have security. I don't, he's look like a guy that would have security with him. He ain't about that life, He don't look like a guy who's about that life. He look like a family guy, middle American guy who, does content online making fun of people and doesn't have the credibility, right? You know what type of credibility I'm talking about, that he can, do that and show up to a truck show, maybe by himself or maybe with a guy or two and be straight. I think he understands what he does, and I think he understands it's going to come with some type of, backlash, now and again, from some people who may have been submitted. So I would expect a guy like him to have security. Like, I don't watch his content. All I know him for is the bloopers. I think he's evolved into like some political commentary as it pertains to trucking and shit like that. But I don't watch him for that. I haven't even watched any of the blooper reels in probably over a year. You know, but you know, he strikes me as a guy that would probably show up to the Mid-America Truck Show. He gonna come with security. I would expect that from him. Yeah, I would expect that from him. You said you got a quarter minute. Well, it depends. I said it depends on the content, right? Depends on where you live, right? I say this shit all the time, and people, it's easy for people, and people don't think I'm talking about one specific person, but it's not. I'm not. It's easy to have a voice and say certain things when you are in rural America, right? I don't know where this guy lives, but you know, I'm gonna go out and profile him a little bit based on his look. I'm pretty sure he lives in rural America somewhere. You have a rather large platform. It's kind of a blooper platform in today's society where people are, you know, very, I'm gonna be politically correct. I'm not gonna say soft, but sensitive, right? You can expect somebody to approach you at a truck show, right? Because they may have been featured and may have not liked it. But then again, you put somebody else up there, right? And the person may not approach them. He's an approachable looking type of guy, if you know what I'm saying. He's the type of guy that somebody probably would approach. There's other people that if they ran the Bonehead Trucking channel, people might not approach him. So I would expect a guy like him to have security. You know, CDL Shorty, from my understanding, threatening everybody and running around the goddamn trucking show dolo. You know what I'm saying? With a goddamn defibrillator in his chest. So even though I disagree with some of the shit that he's doing and saying, right? As a more responsible person, right? He's saying this shit and he's standing on it. I don't agree with it, bro, because I think it's some goofy shit, especially he trying to be like some type of big time political spokesperson. It's just fucking stupid. Like, you're never going to be that, CDL Shorty. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. You're never going to be this big time voice doing this goofy shit, bro. And you could listen to me and take what I'm saying one ear out the other all you want. You ain't got to pay attention, listen to it. But I'm telling you this, the way you acting, like, bro, nobody's going in that realm over there. Like, you got to be like Obama, bro. Squeaky clean, bro. Nothing in your past. People ain't going to be able to dig up this type of shit. It's too much shit motherfucker could dig up when you acting like a goddamn fool. It's okay if you act like a goddamn fool and you have no plans to do what you're trying to do. It's different, you know? But you threatening people, you're inviting people to swing on you. You're threatening people that you're gonna to do things to you in front of their kids and their wives. You want to fight people in front of their kids. You calling grown men bitches and they ain't gonna do, like, bro, nah, you can't be doing this shit. I understand his passion for trucking, but he making us look bad. How going about it? And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. See, when I see him pop up on these different panels, because, you know, he's made his way around the internet. You know what I'm saying? He's made his way around the internet. He's been on plenty panels. Regardless of the ethnicity, I've seen him on white panels, black panels, whatever. The conversations that I've tried having with him, and even right now watching this, I'm speaking on the things that, like, nobody's going to tell him what he really needs to hear. I think a lot of his passion is misguided. And I think he needs to just stop inviting negative energy. The online beefing thing is just what it is, bro. You know, in every sector, you know, I since I've been on here, you know, just beef. Beef is just a part of content creation that you can't avoid it. Every sector is beef. Every sector, right? So I think beefing is okay because I look at it as the entertainment part of it. But you got to understand that, you know, in content creation, we've seen it recently. We saw what happened in Vegas. I'm not going to bring up the story. Go look the shit up yourself. There's other cases where, you know, people have pulled up on people. Some people come from middle America. Middle America is not a bad thing. It just means you're rural. You dig what I'm saying? And they don't take things serious. They think it's all laughy, jokey. Somebody will pull up on you and get active with you. We saw it just happen recently, like last year. We've seen it happen more often, right? If you're a person like CDL Shorty who is moving around, who's going to truck conferences and things like that, I don't think you should be beefing. But then again, it goes back to what I said. He knows who to play with. He knows who not to play with. Do you think, and to be honest, do you think CDL Shorty didn't go back and forth with me? I called him out for what I did. You know, I did what I did. I said what I said a couple times, and he wouldn't respond. He sent me a DM. He kind of waved the right flag in the DM, and he still to this day sends me positive things and says, man, he don't, you know what I'm saying, it's all good. And it is all good because I look at CDL Shorty, you know, like just like a younger person who's misguided, who just kind of need somebody older or somebody with a little bit more a little bit more understanding on how things work and how to navigate. And I just don't think he really understands that. So I don't really take him serious. But if CDL Shorty would engage with me back and forth, like I go to a truck show, bro, he not gonna play those games with me. And I'm not saying but that's what I'm saying. He know who to play with and who not to play with. You know, so he knows that this guy's gonna have security. He knows that Truck and Hustle is gonna be securityed up. He knows that, who else was it? Alex Good Energy is probably not gonna come, or he's gonna be securityed up. He knows that these guys that could probably do something to him, he's not gonna be able to get to him anyway. You see what I'm saying? And then the people that, you know, is probably like more on his level that he has issues with, he can approach him like he's doing here, and there's not gonna be any. No, he know who to do that shit with and who not to. So, but eventually he gonna misjudge somebody, and I hope that doesn't happen. But he got to stop doing what he's doing, man. This shit ain't cool. Ken said I cooked him. Oh yeah, was you on that panel that from a few years ago? It was you and Beats and Isaiah. All right, and that's kind of where me and him kind of fell off because you know, he used the word. You know, I don't like that word. That word is a word that, you know, unless you're in somebody's presence, you got to be able to stand on that word. And he liked to throw that word around a lot. I didn't like that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I remember that, Kenneth. I remember that. I know you was watching what's going on with your pimp. He got blasted to one of the biggest channels. Cool points dropped by a lot. Yeah, this hurts him more than it helps. Yeah, I think this reaction hurt him more. See how sure he got a good life insurance. He's worth more dead. Appreciate the super chat.
Sweet.
He's worth more dead. Let his family enjoy the money when he gone. Y'all kind of rough, man. CDL Shorty ain't no older than he was 33 2 years ago, so he about 35 now. 35, maybe going on 36, 35, 36. He too young, bro. That's why, you know, outside of the jokes, I try to tell him, you know, you ain't got to go about things the way he going about things, man. I don't want to see nothing happen to CDL Shorty. I don't. You say you need to chill before you fuck around and find out. I think you do. I think what Beat said too just hurt him because now a lot of the attention that I think he has sought after, he's now on a very, very, very big channel that has a lot of engagement. It's going to be shared. And whatever aspirations that he thought he had to be the voice, and that's why I wish he would have listened to me 2 years ago when I told him to stop. If you want to just, voice your opinions and have online beefs, then that's cool. But that's going to ruin your chances if you want to do things like what he's aspiring to do or what he has this ambition to be, this political voice and shit, man. Ain't nobody going to take you serious. Ain't nobody going to want to get next to you because I'm a guy, I'm from a place, and what you're how he's trying to get people to look at him as and respect him, he's not from that type of place, bro. And me being from that type of place, I'm asking you, why do you want to invite negative energy your way? Why? As a man who's in his mid-30s, why do you want to invite a man who's in his mid-30s who is a goddamn defibrillator in his chest, bro? And when I say that shit, I know I hit the button and it's like half, you know what I'm saying? But I'm really being serious. Like, bro, like why? What are you trying to prove, bro? Like, I really, and I keep driving this home because I know he watches all my content. So when I'm saying I'm talking to y'all, but I'm really talking to him too. Why, bro? Why? CDL Shorty, you're tough, okay? Everybody thinks you're tough. Stop putting on. We believe it. We know it. You're tough. You're the hardest motherfucker out here in the trucking content. Ain't nobody tougher, nobody harder than you. You the man. You it, bro. You ain't got to prove to us you tough and you hard. 5 foot nothing, you say, we believe you, pimp. Don't nobody want no smoke with you, CDL Shorty. Just do me a favor. Since you pulled up at the truck show and don't nobody want no smoke, and I'm telling you, I don't think nobody want it with you. Stop inviting negative energy away. Please. I don't want to hear any negative stories about you. I don't want to see a motherfucker, you run into a goddamn motherfucker at a truck show and a motherfucker run up on you and they pull their camera out and get you, record you. And ain't shit you can do about it. You got an ailment. You got a goddamn thing in your chest, pimp. Be cool. Clean up your act a little bit. Fight the cause. Focus on you. Stop worrying about what other people got going on. People that, listen, CDL Shorty, if you really had motion, you wouldn't be focused on other people. People that focus and are obsessed with other people ain't really got shit going on. You focusing too much of your time, CDL Shorty, on other people and what you feel like they should be doing instead of the cause that you have so much passion about leading the charge. I'm not worried about what other people got going. I don't watch the ops, bro. I'm not concerned with them because I have motion. People that don't have motion are obsessed. You got to stop being obsessed with people who you feel like aren't doing what you think they should do. That energy could be redirected and that time can be spent focusing on what you have, the ambition you have to change the energy. That energy and that time could be focused on that, bro. Y'all keep saying that's wild 35 with a pacemaker. Listen, I'm going to say this and then I got to go. I don't know why he had, why his heart failed, right? But, it could have been her, I don't know. It could have been health related. Well, obviously it's health related, but you know, bad health, or maybe it's just something genetic, hereditary. I don't know, you know. But, you know, it happened, right? He had a successful surgery, right? And he's still here. I think a person like him who has a second chance at life, because if you listen to his story, he was in his truck and he had a heart attack in his truck. He could have died in his truck. He said that he could have died in his truck, right? He got a second chance at life. And I'm talking to you, responding to your comment, but I'm also talking to him too. Because I know he watches me, he comments on my shit. He got a second chance at life. I think he should take it more serious. I think he should take it more serious. Hopefully he don't. Nah, he ain't gonna. Don't see, Alfonso. You've been watching the channel. You know he get mad at me and block me and send me messages behind. He don't play that shit with me, bro. He don't play that shit with me, boy. He ain't gonna get mad. He just left a comment about a couple weeks ago. His thing with me. And my whole thing with him stemmed from talking points. And you know, whenever he get mad at me, he still got me blocked, and he just DM me some shit. But I showed the DMs the last time from like a year and a half ago. He threatened to sue me, and I sent him my lawyer's information and said, "Well, send the shit here." And he talking about, I sent him directly to the site. I said, "Well, send it here. I wasn't fucking around. You know what I'm saying?" And I told him, I said, "Nigga, I'm gonna sue you back. I hope you ready to go to war." Because I told him he was taking my talking points, which he was. That's all I told him. He got mad. And we had some back and forth in the DM, but I went on, did what I did, you know, to him, like I kind of did last week to Buddy. But he don't, the way he play with them, he don't play with me like that. He ain't gonna play with me like that. And I'm saying this because we've been there. He ain't do how he do them, he don't do me. He ain't, no. You know why? Because of respect. It's a respect level there. That's what I'm saying. He ain't a fool when it comes to certain things. You know. So I don't know. I just want him to do better. If someone saw him, they need to spare him. If something happened, they get in charge. He probably uses that to his advantage as well. He probably uses it to his advantage. But some people don't care, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's people that don't care out here. Look at Pooh Shiesty. I was just having a conversation about him this morning. I'm going to get out of here. Here's a guy who robbed a guy and had $40,000 in a goddamn duffel bag. You rob a guy for a pair of sneakers with $40,000 in a duffel bag. Drop the duffel bag, getting away from robbing this guy for a pair of sneakers. You write up some type of stupid ass paperwork and try to rob a motherfucker trying to get yourself up out of a contract with some verbiage on a piece of paper that don't mean shit, bro. When you could have just simply renegotiated some shit, right? You got the leverage, bro. You the hottest thing out, bro. Instead, you decide to go rob a motherfucker, kidnap a motherfucker, and rob him while you on parole. Some people out here just have loose screws, bro. You don't know who you playing with, bro. And I keep telling some of these middle American guys, you stop taking people for granted. You don't know who you dealing with. You don't know who you dealing with, who they dealing with. It's people out here who just looking for that shit. Drill is a thing. It's a culture. Some people just want to do it. It's a sport. It's people out here that's nuts. You look at them wrong, they're ready to go upside your head or take your life, right? So I don't like with him, I don't understand why he's inviting that type of energy. But this goes back to middle American shit. You only see that from middle American people, and I just think it's because of their ignorance, because if they had to live in an environment like maybe a New York, a Chicago, a LA, right? A Memphis, right? Where the culture, like around violence and shit, is a little different. You wouldn't say shit like that, because if I say, yo, come do something about it, if I'm into it with a motherfucker and I say, come do something about it, 9.7, 9.8 times out of 10, they on their way. It ain't no, man, they ain't coming. No, it's a high likelihood that, okay, bet I'm on the way. In where he's from, to me, from where I come from, the culture around Chicago, it's a dangerous game. New York, dangerous. Memphis, fucking dangerous game. You invite that type of energy, the likelihood of a motherfucker coming is high. And where he's from is not. And that's why he plays with that shit like that. Because he don't know no better. The people that you're speaking to on the World Wide Web may not come from that. They may come from this. And that's what CDL Shorty is not understanding. That's why I think a lot of these guys, and a motherfucker play possum with your ass. A person to play possum with you, a person to lay in the cut and act like it's nothing, and the whole time be plotting on you. I know this. He don't know this. A lot of other content creators don't know this. But then you see cases on the internet where shit like that happens. Person to play possum, whole time they plotting on you. So it's what it is, man. But I don't know, man. I wasted my time. I thought the box truck, whatever this dude's Ike guy was gonna cook. This shit was a waste of time, bro. I don't even like this, bro. This is not a good beef. I want to see a good beef, bro. I want to see some motherfuckers go at it and beef really, really good. We ain't had I put on a good show for y'all last week. But if I want to see a good damn, I want to be entertained. I want to see a good goddamn beef. My beef people are watching right now, but they scary. They not gonna do it. They just come in here and mass dislike. That doesn't even do nothing. But like they're not even they're not a good opponent. Like I did what I did with them last week, and that shit is over with. For the most part, I'm done with that. I just did what I need to do. But man, I don't know. I'm gonna call Kirk, man. I'm gonna call Kirk. I'm gonna get Kirk back. I gotta get Kirk back. I'm gonna have to bring Kirk out of hiding, man, Joe. This is like, man, bro, like, what's going on? I wanna enjoy a good back and forth banter. And it just ain't been no good ones. Academics is on vacation. Like, I need to see some something, bro. It don't have to necessarily be in logistics. I want to see, goddamn it, academics cook. Charlemagne, what's going on? The Saint, the Center cook. I want to see some good banter, bro. Shit. All right. Hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend, man. I gotta go. Hey, JB Rhodes, before I go, hey, something popped up on my thing, said you was a gang member. I didn't know you was a gang member. JB Rhodes. Something popped up on my thing and said you was a gang member. JB Rhodes, you still watching? Yeah, I'm gonna get Kirk back. I'm gonna have to hit him up, Rudy. Somebody your buddy posted, said that you and him was tapped in. And I'm like, damn, I didn't know they was gang members. It said, me and JB Rhodes are tapped in. I'm like, oh man. I didn't know that y'all was gang members. I didn't know you and Sage was active gang members. Nah, Ken, you can't. The few times you called up, man, it was good times and shit, but you know, you can't never live down that Perco situation. You know, I cooked you with the Perco. I cooked you with the Perco. You thought you was gonna come up here and cook, and then I cooked you with the Perco. You said, why you be yelling and screaming for no reason? That's just part of the theatrics, man. It's just, listen, we got to do something, bro. It's done got boring around this motherfucker, bro. I can't be the only person out here standing on business, man. I want to sit back and be entertained. I don't want to be the person that's always having to do all the heavy lifting. I want to sit back and just watch and just laugh. And yeah, man, I don't want to be the person that's always having to do all the heavy lifting. I'm going to have to get Kirk back or something, man. We're going to have to figure out something. We're going to have to manufacture a beef or something. We're gonna have to manufacture a beef or something, bro. This is crazy, bro. We got to do something. Oh yeah, that was a nightmare. It wasn't no goddamn dream. I had a nightmare about Perco, bro. That shit was a goddamn nightmare. hey, that was a nightmare, pimp. What are you talking about? Yeah, Ken, you got to start calling back in, pimp. We got to start having some more conversations, man. You kind of disappeared for a year, man, and you know I know you talked to me about what happened. We need to get you back on some of these. We need to start them panels back, bro. Get some panels going. You dig what I'm saying, man? Get you back out here talking. Get you back here interacting in the space. Space ain't the space. It's different. So I gotta bring back some people that's knowledgeable, that's opinionated, right, and can kind of hold their own in a not necessarily a debate, but maybe like an open panel. You know what I'm saying? So come back in the Discord, man. Come back in the Discord. What happened to Isaiah? Isaiah, he was just in the Discord maybe about 2 months ago. He doing door-to-door sales right now, so he ain't been as active because he been out in the field, but he around. He checking in the Discord maybe like every 3 months. He doing door-to-door sales, so he's traveling right now. So he's not as active. I don't know if he's dispatching still. I think he is, but I think he has somebody doing it. He's more focused on the I think he's doing solar panels. No, he's doing is it 5G? Some type of wiring with AT&T or one of those companies. You doing something. what I think about the gas price gouging. I don't think nothing about it. I think it is what it is. Shit. I mean, Rudy, you live here, so we gouge on everything. So when I say it, I'm not being inconsiderate, but like we live here, Rudy, so everything is gouged for us. So we accustomed to gouging. We pay top dollar for everything. We got the highest tax with the second highest tax. We pay for everything. Everything is gouged here. So when I say it's just not me being, to people who are affected by gouging, like inconsiderate, but it's just, I live in Chicago, Illinois, bro. Everything is gouged. I'm used to gouging, so can't feel bad for somebody else when, how much is gas down? Yeah, about, no, it's more. I paid $6 a gallon. And then sometimes I pay 7 something a gallon for premium. So almost 8. So I think last premium I paid was like $7.49 a gallon, some shit like that. Yeah. And I think Pritzker is adding a tax onto it in July 1st or some shit. Listen, at the end of the day, it is what. That's why I'm saying I don't want to sound inconsiderate to people who are rural or middle American or come from places where you're just not heavily taxed or you're not gouged on every fucking thing. Like here, we can't go to a restaurant, 25% mandatory gratuity. You go to the grocery store, you mandatory, like there's a tax on the grocery bags. There's a tax on water. You go to the grocery store, you buy a 35 case of bottled water. There's a 10-cent tax on every bottle in the case. There's a tax on bullets, 50 cents a bullet. You go buy a box of bullets, 50 cents a bullet. Even if you're at the range, there's a tax. It's a tax. It's a tax on everything. The tax on, you drink pop, there's a tax on soda. So gouging to me is like when people are like, that's why I think people be thinking, oh man, you're arrogant. No, it's just I come from a place where everything is fucking high and gouged and we're taxed on everything. So I'm just accustomed to it. So I can't really feel bad for a person when, if you really knew what gouging was, you wouldn't be complaining about just being maybe gouged on fuel. like I go sit down at a restaurant and get 25%, whether the service is good or not. I have no choice. That's why the service here in a lot of places ain't good no more, because they gonna get theirs off rip. Motherfucker, they bring you one glass of water, shit, you might not see them no more. Motherfucker, bring your meal, no utensils. Like, man, where's the goddamn server at? They ain't gotta attend to you because they getting they shit. Guaranteed it's mandatory. You ain't got no choice. Say, hey, you haven't been to the range and go out. Going to the range now is expensive. You could go to the range maybe before the pandemic, 7-8 years ago. You can go to the range and have a good time for about an hour and not even spend $100. Now you go to the range, you in there 15, 20 minutes, you $200 there. You go to Eagle, I got to pay for the rifle range and I got to pay for the gun range. They used to let you do whatever gun in the same range. So if you come in with the big shit, you got to pay for the rifle range. They won't let you shoot your handguns and your rifles in the same range. So they make you pay for the both ranges. Obviously, if you need bullets, you got to buy bullets. There's the tax, the Illinois tax on the bullets, per bullet in the box. It's like Eagle. Every time I go to Eagle now, it's like spend like $300-$400, and I'm in that bitch for maybe about an hour, bro. So, and I could go to do the same shit prior to the pandemic and probably spend about $100. It's different now, bro. So, It's different. I thought mandatory gratuities for it depends on where you go. I went to Kitchen and Cocktails, it was just me and my girl, and it was 25%. It all depends on where you go. You know, so some restaurants, a lot of restaurants, they it's mandatory. The restaurants, they add it in there. But they can get away with it because I think the state or the city allows them to do it like up to a certain percentage. So they just take advantage of it. And it compromises the service, bro. So we said what they doing with the tax money. I don't know. At this point, I don't even care. It's what it is, bro. But I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend and stay out of trouble and don't be threatening people if you a middle American and you ain't really about that life, you dig. All right, man. Peace.